We're live. We are live. Believe it or not, we're live. How you doing, everybody? It's Bruce here, Uncle Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to the show here. Stock Markets in plain English. Today is Wednesday, August the 18th. Cheers, everybody. Got my caffeine-free Coke going here at 5:30 in the morning local time. We're putting in the hours. It's nice to see it. Let's see how the markets do today. Maybe they'll do a little better than yesterday. Would be kind of nice. I think we deserve a little better than yesterday, wouldn't you say? At the moment, though, the Dow is down 81 points on the pre-market. Nothing serious. I mean, is this the end of the world? Nah. S&P down 4.8. NASDAQ is actually up 4 points. So we have a mixed opening. Oil up 50 cents. So we're not getting a follow-through sellout here of any significance. It's kind of a quiet start. Checking out a couple of our stocks, I noticed that 23andMe was up 9 cents this morning on its pre-market. I noticed that Matterport is up 16 cents on its pre-market at 14.05. Volumes are light, though, across the board here, so we can't get too excited. I'm showing SOFI up to 14.07, up 26 cents. Yesterday hit a low of 13.56, now 14.07 on 276,000 shares. So definitely have improvement looking us in the face there. We've got pre-market on GameStop at 163.85, up 30 cents. So I'm happy to report that number to you. AMC is down. It looks like up 54 cents. Excuse me, and I've got let's see, over at 23andMe 834. That's up a titch, and over at SPIR Global, we're at 9.25 right now. On, well, actually, that don't even consider that as a quote. There isn't any trading, so we'll wait for that. Some of these pre-markets are so thin that there's no point in even giving you quotes. I mean, when you have 15 shares trade, is that a trade? I mean, really, come on, it's not even a board lot of 100. So we're waiting for the opening here, really, to see what these stocks are really up to. Some are trading okay, some are not. ATI is trading at 21,800 shares so far, sitting at 389 a share. All right. So anyway, there's the latest. Welcome all to the telecast, and your buddy here. Trying to make sense of this market. This morning we heard from Walmart. We heard from Target. We're supposed to hear from, I think, Cisco tonight. So some of these earnings are coming out. Retailers are posting good numbers. Not really a surprise. The thinking was retailers would continue to post better numbers because they're obviously comparing against last year when a lot of them were shut down. Not that Target or Walmart were shut down, but there were a lot of folks holding back their shopping and worrying about the virus and the outbreak and everything. So some of these folks are doing very well. Some of these retailers are doing very well because they were able to stay open the entire time. They had less competition against them, which conveniently doesn't get mentioned by a lot of analysts out there. They don't mention the fact that your typical regional retailer or your typical mom and pop operators, they were forbidden to be in business. And when you're the only business allowed to be in business, you tend to do okay. You tend to have a fairly good number of people come by and frequent your business, because when there's nowhere else for you, there's nowhere else you can go. It's all good. How can you not make money when you're the only one open? That's kind of how I do it. Anyway, I'm just curious about how these numbers will work out for these retailers as things do come back to normal. With all mom and pops hopefully up and running, although a lot of businesses will not open again, of course, because of bankruptcies and folks just packing it in, just giving it up. A lot of retailers out there will not come back. Maybe they were owned by hardworking folks in their late 50s and 60s who've just decided, you know what, 62 or 61 years old or 59, and I just don't have it in me anymore to do this. And with my customers coming in the door, I don't know who's been vaccinated, who hasn't. Some will wear a mask, some won't. I'm not 32 years old, and I can't, I'm not as strong as I used to be, or I have underlying conditions, medical conditions, and I can't take the chance that I won't get ill for my own clients. It's just, so I'm not reopening, and so a lot of businesses have gone by the wayside. I would bet you that in America and Canada, there are probably a pile of storage units in North America that are full of inventory from when businesses closed up, thinking, well, maybe we'll come back in 3 months or 6 months, and aren't ever coming back. And these items will eventually end up in flea markets, garage sales. They'll just end up through internet sales. I mean, I'm sure there are retailers who have been liquidating themselves out of business from their homes, item by item, and just selling pieces off as best they can, or finding other retailers who are still open to make a deal with. And it's too bad, because there's a piece of Americana and Canadiana that has disappeared. This virus has silently killed off a lot of our, I think, a lot of our soul, and a lot of our sense of being. I'm sure that there are a lot of small towns across North America who've suffered losses of beloved operators, like entrepreneurs who've packed it in, or who've passed away, who caught the virus and died. Elderly, trying to make a go of it, hoping that they would work a few more years and then retire, and never got there. There's a lot of that. In any event, as an ex-retailer, I get it, and I feel it, and I feel sorry for those who can't make a go of it. I know of people who've been struggling for years and years, trying to make an honest living in retail, and it's been a tough go for the last 25 years, battling all the online sellers, the eBays of the world, the Amazons of the world, the Shopifys, and all these others. As we collectively, as a human race, take advantage of the convenience of being able to order an item on a phone, click a button, have it delivered to our house. Why not? You don't have to drive 15 miles to go find whatever it is you want to find. Maybe it's in stock, maybe it's not. Here you find it online, it's available, you hit the button, they ship it to you. Yeah, I can understand why people do that. But unfortunately, the cost is that we have lost a lot of character, a lot of ambiance of our communities, and we're much more generic now, I think. And we're all, it's sort of becoming kind of a what's the word I'm looking for, where you go into a medium-sized city, and there's nothing unique about the place, because they all have a Target, a Walmart, they all have the McDonald's, they all have the Arby's. There's the same things everywhere, same food places, same brand names for retail shopping, same brand names for hotels, the same brand names for whatever, and there's nothing unique and distinctive anymore about this area. Where in the past it used to be, the so-and-so family used to run this beautiful hotel where a lot of the local weddings would be, the wedding receptions used to take place, and the so-and-so family used to own this restaurant, and it was the cornerstone of the community. Or such and such was an immigrant who had a diner that was sort of open 7 days a week, and was always a dependable place to go. They're gone. They've been replaced with franchises. They've been replaced by chain store type operations, and these entrepreneurs are no longer. And this city, all this has changed, and that's part of what's happened here in the last year and a half. And of course, the idea of heading to work in downtown wherever has really been altered, and is not coming back to normal, and probably will not for years. We'll never resemble it again. We'll never resemble what it used to be. Those days are over. That is absolutely long gone. I'm just remembering when I was in college. I remember I used to hitchhike from Kitchener, Ontario to Toronto on Monday mornings to go to college, and my school would my classes would start at about 10:30 in the morning, and I'd be hitchhiking at 7 o'clock to make it to Toronto by about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then I had about an hour and a half to get from wherever I got dropped off in Toronto to catch the subway, the bus, however, to get to my downtown area to go to get near where I used to go to school and where I had a place to live on during the week. I remember I just have a flashback of standing on a sort of a subway, no seats available, people commuting in, and I'm looking around the subway and I'm thinking to myself, these are the folks who are working Monday to Friday and are commuting in this morning to go to work on a Monday. And I, as a student, I'm temporarily joining these folks this one day only, Monday morning, because the rest of the week I walk to school and back. And on Friday afternoons, I hitch my way back home. And I don't have to do this daily grind like these people are. And I'm looking up and down the subway car, and this would be 1974, 75. And they're all reading newspapers because it's 1974, 75. And if you wanted to know what was going on, you bought the paper. That was your window to the world from when you left your house, walked to your subway station, or got on a bus and got to the subway line, and bought the paper at the station or wherever you got it from, or whether you had it delivered to your home, you had it on your arm. But on the train or whatever, that 20-30 minute ride in, back and forth, stopping and going, you were reading the paper to try to figure out what was happening. And you were reading either the sports, because you're a sports nut, or you're reading the business section, or you're reading Ann Landers, or whatever you were doing, you were reading it all. And or if you were thinking of getting a car so you wouldn't have to commute with these folks, you were in the classified section looking for cars for sale. On and on it went. And that was the window to the world back at that time. Very few people had transistor radios, like portable listening devices, in 73, 74. It was a rarity. And of course, no such thing as internet, no such thing as a cell phone, no such thing as a handheld computer. I mean, come on, what are you talking about? And I thought, yeah, that was the modern world. And that world is no more. And now here we are today in our new modern world, a new version of our modern world, where we're not, many of you may not be commuting ever again to your jobs in the traditional sense of the downtown core, or to a specific locale to work with thousands of other people. You're not going to be worrying about getting lunch at the local food court downtown and paying $8, $10, $12 for a sandwich and whatever. It's all different. We're working from home, or we're working in campuses off-site. We're not traveling like we used to travel. A lot of you out there were probably wondering, am I going to be back doing what I did before, where I was flying every week? I would fly from my corporate headquarters to one of the satellite wherevers to do business, and all of a sudden in the last year and a half, that's all stopped. It's all Zoom calls now, and all of a sudden everyone's used to the Zoom thing, and there's no need to get on an airplane to then rent a car, rent a hotel room for the night, visit with a client or two or three or four, a few leads, do some wining and dining, and try to do some business, and then fly back the next day or two back home. Those days are maybe gone forever. The airlines are sure seeing it. They're feeling it. They're praying it'll come back, but they're also kind of going, geez, it sure doesn't look like it's coming back. A lot of folks here are just, they're not going to fly business class anymore. Excuse me. And a lot of hotels are wondering, gee, what's happening to our executive floors? We used to have 60 executive suites that would be, sold out every night with these business people coming through, and we're down to 15, 20, and there's just no increase coming here, and it's varying a lot. The world has changed for the better, or the worse, or the same. I don't know. Sorry, folks. I'm happy to report here in Creston, We have had rain for 24 hours. It stopped overnight. I can see all the mountains, even though the sun isn't up yet. I can see all the mountains around here, even in the evening here in the early morning, because the sun is slowly rising and we can make the outlines out. I can now see 15 miles out. It's fantastic. It's cleaned the air out around here beautifully. But unfortunately, the rain was in the southern part of British Columbia, not the midsection of British Columbia where all the fires are. And so we didn't get a lot of them out, but we cleaned a lot of air out around here. We cleaned a lot of air out in Idaho, Washington State, Montana, Alberta, Saskatchewan. Yes, there's more rain expected tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. The hope I'm hoping for, I still pray for, is that this rain is north of us, most of it. That is really where it's needed the worst, because this smoke will just rebuild and will settle in, and we will lose our views. So we'll see. But as far as the throat goes and the nose and irritation, it's a little better. But boy, we need weeks of this clear air to really clean ourselves out. And dust everywhere. I'll tell you, get in a car and you hit your wiper blades and you see the dust level wipe off. It's unusual for around here. We generally don't have that kind of stuff, but the ash from the fires, and it's not pretty. That was not pretty. Anyway, here we are, and thank you for popping in. We're still down 66 points on the Dow at the moment, down 385 on the S&P, down 1 point now on NASDAQ. Oil up 59 cents. There's again a lot of speculation about interest rates, about inflation. There's talk about supply chain problems. There's a lot of speculation about, corporations are posting good numbers right now, but the question mark is, but what about next quarter and the quarter after that? Are these issues that we're talking about, inflation, interest rates, supply chain problems, are these going to affect us? What about those variants that are, we're constantly hearing just terrible news out of Florida, constant terrible news, how it's the epicenter of the variant in North America. It's an absolute disaster down there. And is that going to affect business? Is that going to affect consumer confidence? Is that going to affect the possibility of businesses pulling back? Or what we are seeing, I think, is a lot of businesses insisting that you have to walk into my store, you come in with a mask or don't come in at all. No mask, no service. You're getting corporations saying you get vaccinated or you don't work here anymore. Like, you don't work in the office. And if we don't have work for you outside the office, we're going to lay off. I mean, we cannot have you unvaccinated with all of us who are vaccinated, because we still want to play Russian roulette. We're just not going to play it. And corporations have the power to do so in certain states. They can mandate that, where unfortunately governments will not. And we've got this inconsistent enforcement of this health thing, because politicians believe that they have the power to overrule medical people, and they think they're smarter than the doctors. Are you kidding me? Politicians are idiots. They're born morons. What are you talking about? Very few highly educated politicians out there that I trust. Unbelievable. Anyway, I don't know. We got these issues in Canada. By the way, did you know we're in the middle of a national election in Canada? We have a national election right now. A federal government election is underway in Canada right now. It's a 20-day campaign. This is how it should be done in the United States, by the way. 20 days from beginning to end with no advertising right up until the first day, and it must stop on the last day. And you have 24 hours to get all your signage off your yards and bumper stickers off your cars. That wouldn't be great? Here in Canada, it's 20 days. We have the election coming up. I think it was September 18th or something. I can't remember the date. The 3 or 4 leaders are flying all over the country trying to garner support. We don't care. We're not paying attention. We Canadians, we couldn't care less about who's getting in, because it makes no difference. Whoever is leading the country, they're all politically motivated with their own base. They have their agendas. And as Canadians, we just kind of go, yeah, whatever. What's the diff? There's not a real diff. For the average Canadian, not much. For the high-end Canadian, yeah. For the very high-end Canadian, they care who's in politics, who's in politics. But they're the ones who can afford to influence the cabinet ministers, and they can find ways to get their message to the cabinet and get what they want. The average Joe, they have no power. They're powerless. But everyone gets a vote, and The vote's coming up 3 weeks. What can I say? That's it. There's the thing. I can't even tell you who my candidate is. Someone's asking me, who's your candidate? I don't know. I do not know the names of the 3 or 4 people that are running for office in this district. I have no idea. I don't know who's been the representative. I honestly cannot tell you for sure what party they were from. I don't know, because we don't give a crap. We don't care. It is such a difference between Canada and the United States. It's incredible. It's just, and it's 3 miles away. The United States is 3 miles from this house, and up here, you ask a majority of folks in this area. You stop on the street and ask someone in Creston, who you going to vote for, and they're going to go, I don't know who's running. Well, who's your representative? Don't know. Whoever the representative is here is certainly not in the cabinet of the country, like in the upper echelon of government. So we have a backbencher, let's call it that. If we have a member of parliament, they're a backbencher. If they're not the member of the ruling party, they're a backbencher from the opposition, which means you really have no power. You have no representative. You have nothing happening here. There's nothing gonna happen for you if you are with a district that has elected an individual that isn't even in the governing party. And in Canada, we have 4 parties, or 5 now. I think we have 5 parties. Yeah, I mean, it's laughable up here. It's just laughable. But it's democracy in its truest form. I have to say, we're very democratic up here. We have a lot of different parties, and we have people trying to run for all these different parties. And so you get the Greens, and you get the Quebecois in Quebec only. You get the Conservatives, you get the Liberals, you get the NDP. You have all these parties running for whatever they're trying to run for, and the population is going, who gives a crap? I'm not interested in listening to 5 different messages. I'm not interested in listening to 5 different philosophies. The Prime Minister isn't from this region, and so this region will get nothing. So we're just kind of going, yeah, whatever. Just leave me alone and let me do what I do best. I have to take care of myself, and I'll just take care of what I'm doing and leave it at that. Oh my gosh, yeah. So we're in an election up here. Unbelievable. It's wild. It's wacky. That's what it is. Anyway, folks, welcome to the show. My rant is a bit all over the place today. I really have no one topic to complain about today, I guess. Just trying to follow the markets and see what's going on. I see SOFI at 1405 on 344,000 shares now, 1406 on the pre-market. Go SOFI, please go a lot higher, and hurry up with it. We're impatient. Matterport at 1405, up 16 cents on 6,500 shares. I mean, we're talking now 1409 on 6,000 shares. I mean, it's really quiet here. We've got GameStop showing now 164.48, up 93 cents. Happy to see that. A little positive anyway. AMC, it looks like it's positive, 37.45, up 29 cents. 700,000 shares traded in the pre-market. 23andMe right now, 829 on 44,000. This morning it was around 855, 860, so it's down a little bit right now. Still up just a bit. SPIR Global, no volume, so I can't tell you what it's doing. Cyxtera, 600 volume at 850. That's all I got nothing. I got nothing. Fifth Wall, no volume on the pre-market, and ATI, no volume on the pre-market. So they're at this point not doing a tin. And there it is. That's where we're at. Let's see what's happening. See what's going on. Welcome to the show. Yeah, Bruce, I suggest you get informed. Local politics does matter. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Vote for Pedro. Oh, yeah. I remember when I was younger, I really cared. I cared a lot more when I was younger. I remember the days when Brian Mulrooney ran against John Turner, and then Brian Mulrooney ran against, I don't know, the other Liberals or whatever they were. And the Conservative Party of Canada had 2 mandates back to back in the 80s, and they instituted what we call here the GST, which is the Goods and Services Tax, which is a federal tax like in the UK. They have what's known as the VAT, Value Added Tax. And Canada instituted the GST, and it was a national election kind of campaign on it. Like the whole election centered on the GST, and if the Conservatives won, they were going to institute it. If the Liberals won, they swore they wouldn't. And the Conservatives won a majority, like it wasn't even close. They won a majority, and they put in this GST, and it eliminated all of these import taxes that were being assessed on imported goods completely, and just replaced it with a retail tax instead. So if you bought an item that was not imported, you bought any item that was brought in, the tax was, I think, 7%, where the import taxes used to be 15%. So a lot of goods that were imported dropped in cost because the 15% import tax was eliminated. But there were something like 75,000 exemptions to that tax, because every business that was importing goods would go to Ottawa and say, hey, listen, guys, cut us a break on this import thing, because we're bringing in stuff that poor people buy. You know, we should be taxing them to death. And so there were all these deals made between the federal government and all these importers, and the public was going, what's with this tax? All kinds of guys get exemptions. There's no fairness here. So the government eliminated that tax entirely, replaced it with a GST, and the next election, the Liberals swore that if they get elected, they will eliminate this tax. They will get rid of it. And the Conservative says, this thing is working. We have the poorest of the poor in Canada get what they call a GST rebate. You get a tax rebate, a check every 4 months or something like that. In effect, it pays you back for the tax you paid because you're under a certain income level, so that only people making so much more or money or more pay the tax. So that was popular with the low end part of the country. The bottom 15% were going, makes no difference to us. I get this check every 3 months or 6 months or whatever. And so they won another election. And then the next election, the same thing. The Liberals said, if we get elected, we swear we're going to eliminate this tax completely. And sure enough, the Liberals got elected. And they didn't eliminate the tax. They kept it. They lied. Oh, wow. They lied. No kidding. They lied. They kept the tax because they figured out very quickly, after like 6-8 years of the tax being in place, how popular it was with the low-end people who were getting these rebate checks. Don't take away money from government money from people. You lose votes. Even though it didn't save the Conservatives, it didn't save them. They still got knocked out anyway. So the Liberals they kept it, and they had power for 10 years. They won several elections, and they never eliminated it. The Conservatives are going, whatever happened to you guys' promises on the? Oh, no, it's too embedded now. We can't do it. Then the Conservatives came back into power, and the Prime Minister Harper said, if we get elected, we're going to reduce the tax. We're going to drop it from 7% to 5%. And the Liberals were, this is so irresponsible, and blah, blah. Well, they got elected. The Conservatives got elected. And sure enough, they dropped it to, I think they dropped it in 2 stages. First, they dropped it to 6%, and then a year or two later to 5%. And now that's where it's been now for over, 15 years. It's a 5% GST. It's a cash cow for the government of Canada, an absolute cash cow, because whatever it is you buy, more or less, you have to pay the 5% tax on. And provinces have always had sales tax, except Alberta, the oil province. And so in here in British Columbia, you have something like a 13% tax on anything you buy. So it's like 8 plus 5 or 7.5 plus 5 or something like that. Some of the provinces and the government have tried to merge it together into one tax, and they did that in British Columbia, and then they undid it. And so now there are 2 taxes at the cash register. And in British Columbia, we call British Columbia BC. Bring cash is what we call it, because it's very expensive here for tourists to come up here and go, wow, I bought this thing for $1 and it cost me $1.13. Yeah, that's right, 13 cents tax. And then we buy gasoline, and it's $4.50 a gallon. For a U.S. size gallon in U.S. money, it's $4.50. It's really expensive up here, but it's pretty. It's a real pretty place, and there's a lot of social programs up here. Anyway, we just don't care, because we know no matter who gets elected, nothing changes. The taxes aren't going to go down. They're now coming up with carbon taxes to help the environment. It's called balance the budget, is what it is, and we know it. And as we're getting older, as I get older, I just go, it doesn't matter who's in there. It's the same nonsense, and it's going to continue. And it's all regional. And Canada, of course, has like 20 different regions, and so everybody wants their fair share. No one's on the same page, and we accept that. It's just the way that is up here, that not everyone's on the same page. And America's figuring it out in the last 15 years that, wow, there are people not on the same page down here. Yeah, no kidding. And the elections are the elections, and that's the way it is. So yeah, I have no idea who's running. I kind of know the leaders. I know some of the leaders, but I don't care. Anyway, they have $4.50 a gallon, U.S. for a U.S. gallon up here. Yeah, that's what we pay for a gallon of gas, right? Yeah, unbelievable. Oil has gone down $10 a barrel, from $76 a barrel to 67 or whatever it is. We've dropped about $10 a barrel. Gasoline here is a penny higher than it was 2 months ago. Has not changed. Gasoline prices have not budged in British Columbia, at least where we are, not by any amount whatsoever. There are no discounts here. No, we still pay the ridiculous prices you were paying during July 4th weekend when the prices went higher. We're still paying those prices, and it will not drop until Labor Day, and it might drop. Maybe we'll go down to $4.25 a gallon, but that's about it. It will not drop very much. No. Anyway, there it is. Anyway, there you go. Why care about the American elections and politicians? Well, when you are a country of 35 million, neighboring a country of 350 million, and it's the world's largest economy, you care. You care when the president talks about, say, the infrastructure program, for example, and it's a multi-trillion-dollar thing, or hundreds of billions of dollars, and only American businesses can qualify for any of the projects. You realize that a lot of American businesses have Canadian subsidiary companies, and a lot of Canadian companies have American subsidiary companies. There's a lot of cross-border wheeling and dealing here, and if you cut out foreign companies, you cut out Canada from any kind of benefit whatsoever under U.S. quote law. That automatically shuts Canada out from bidding on contracts or engineering or what have you, which is, America has the right to do whatever it wants. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it means American taxpayers will pay the top dollar, the highest prices for new bridges, new roads, new highways, because the lack of competition means that the bidders, the companies going to the federal government saying, "Oh yeah, we can do pothole fixing for the next 50 miles of highway. Oh, we can do that, sure." But American taxpayers will pay triple the price of the market, the actual market, because if there's more competition for the business, then business will come in with competitive bids. But if you don't have to come with competitive bids, you can really do well. And so this is the hidden secret of a lot of businesses out there. They go to their politicians and say, yeah, let's make this infrastructure bill. This is great, but make it America only, and that way we don't have to compete with German and British and EU and Canadian and Mexican labor costs, materials. It's all U.S. made in America only. Well, yeah, okay, you're gonna pay top dollar. Still no warranties on how good the work is. I mean, it's just whatever. It's one of those little hidden gems that you worry about. Well, here in Canada, we just kind of go, well, we have to care what the Americans think, because we are the largest trading partners in the world, and we claim to have the longest undefended border, and we claim to have the greatest relations. We claim to have the same sort of objectives and morals and freedom and all that good talking stuff. But when it comes to business, baby, we're talking money now, and that's a whole other relationship. There's a money relationship, and there's the psychological relationship, and that's why we watch what America is up to all the time. Are there import duties imposed quietly on certain goods that target specifically Canadian exporters? But it's done as a kind of a national thing, and to guard against Chinese imports, but it's really Canadian imports, and we wonder about that. And then there's reciprocal, where Canada will impose duties on bourbon from Kentucky, what have you. There's that. There's a lot of that going on, and it's all done under the table. It's done as quietly as possible. The media doesn't brag about it because it's boring. It's boring. I can tell you that the Canadian Embassy in Washington and the American Embassy in Ottawa, those are two of the busiest places in North America for businesses to go to get stuff resolved, to get stuff figured out. And there's a lot of wheeling and dealing going on, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Anyway, there it is. What can I say? Anyway, let's move on to hopefully other stuff. Thank you all for being here today, hanging out with yours truly. Appreciate you stopping to see us. Those of you who are members, thank you so much for being members of this channel. Those of you who are subscribers, again, thank you for being subscribers of this channel. Those of you who are casually watching and popping in, appreciate having you by. It's nice to see you. Please consider becoming a member of the channel, and you will get some perks, get to use the emojis, and you get to enjoy updates from time to time that I will send out just for members only on certain stock information and or other info. And on this live chat, we open up the floor for the first few minutes every day to anyone to pop in and say hi. But this chat is reserved for members of this channel, and I thank all of you who are members that are here, and encourage you to use your emojis and say hi. And if you have any questions about the market, let me know. I'll do the best I can to try to answer it for you. Thank you all for being here. Ontario has it in one tax, 13% GST and PST. So it's 8% provincial tax, 5% federal tax on every purchase you make. So if you buy a car, $50,000 car, add 13% to that car. And you got to borrow that money from the bank. You're paying interest on that money. Now you're paying interest on tax. Yeah, it's yikes. It's expensive anyway. It is what it is, and it is a big chunk of the budgets of all governments. Sales taxes in the U.S. are completely normal. Most states in the U.S. have sales tax, but you don't have a federal tax. You don't have a federal goods and services tax. It's only a matter of time, whether it's another decade or two, but sooner or later, Americans will have a national VAT or value-added tax of some kind. In Europe, it has been there for 50, 60 years. They've had this. The VAT in the UK has been there forever. There are exemptions and there are ways to get around some of it, but oh my gosh, crazy. What else is going on? Beach Boy, good afternoon here. Beach Boy is saying, Bruce, I have a question. How about buying back some of the January GameStop covered calls and using the stock for 1 to 1.5% weekly on 1 to 3 week covered calls? How about buying back some of the? Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, so you've got some covered calls that you have way out there in January, and thinking if I buy those back, I can buy them back for less than I wrote them for, because you wrote them a while ago when the stock was higher, and those options have come way down. You can lock in a profit on those contracts. Then turn around and now write contracts that are 1 to 3 weeks out instead, much closer in on GameStop, and bring in weekly revenues like this. It's an okay strategy to consider. Sure it is. If you time it right, on a weekly basis or so, as the shares have their waves, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly an idea. I know a lot of my viewers are using their GameStop shares as an instrument to bring in income, into their accounts, because the shares are fluctuating like they always do, but they're not generating the kind of $20 up and $15 down days that we were used to. Things are a little more mellow these days, and so. With the stock yesterday, moving around $8 between high and low, there's opportunities here to write contracts that expire this week or next week, and write them a little out of the money, and then watch them deteriorate as the time eats them alive, and then buy them back for a fraction of what you sold them for. Some of my viewers here are easily taking $2-3 a share off the options market every week. So if you own 300 shares and you can take $2 a share off the market, 300 shares, that's $600 a week. It's $2,400 a month. Some of you have 500 shares, 800, 1,000 shares, whatever your situation is. If you're able to take $2-3 a week off of your stock by just letting options deteriorate in the last 2 weeks of their life, even if they're 170s or 175, something like that, good move, because it's free money. Might as well be handed the dough for being a patient holder of the stock. Absolutely. It's 164.52 at the moment, and so writing 170s that expire day after tomorrow, might be an idea, or 170s that expire next week. You might bring in $5 or $6, and if the shares go down to 160, 161 this afternoon or Friday morning, you may find that those contracts you wrote at 6 might be trading at 350. You buy them back, and if the shares pop back up into the 164, 65 range, you write 170s again for that Friday or the Friday after. Write $6-7 contracts, and they back off $3-4 a piece. Buy them back and roll them over. Absolutely, income is income, and you might as well be paid to stick around and wait for this payoff. AMC, same thing. Robinhood, if you're a shareholder of Robinhood, same thing. Of course, if you want to play the options market on IBM, for example, or Apple, as I've said last night, buy in the money contracts that are, say, January's, and they're $20-30 in the money, and now you're long an in the money contract at maybe $1 above book value. And then use those contracts. For every contract you now have 100 shares that you're entitled to exercise onto. You can now write short-term calls against those contracts. You're doing what's called a poor man writing, option writing. You can do this with GameStop. I mean, you can buy in-the-money calls on GameStop that are, say, January's or something like that. But you may or may not find them cheap enough to justify the cost. GameStop options have such a premium that you still may be paying quite a bit of time premium on top of some of these in-the-money contracts. But it's worth a look. Maybe you can pick off $120 GameStop contracts that are trading at 123, 124, and then you can write weekly, short-term 1 to 2 week contracts against that contract. And if you can bring in $3 a week for 10 weeks, there's $30 coming in against the contract that you paid maybe $45 on. That is still in the money as it moves along. You then sell it for the $45 range that you paid for it, roll over into another in the money contract, another 4 months, 5 months out, and keep writing short-term weekly or bi-weekly contracts. These are strategies that a lot of option players are utilizing to make money in this market. The stock, we all hope it goes to the moon. Sure, I want GameStop to go to 1,000 a share. I really do. Is it going to happen today? It doesn't look like it. Is there news that I can point at right now? Can I show you a press release that says, this is it? Nope, I can't, because the company's being very quiet, and it is what it is. But those of you who are, buying, if you buy an in-the-money call option on GameStop, that's, say, like I say, $20-30 into the money or more, and you're writing options against it, even if the shares go up in value, you buy back the call that you wrote. You break even on it, lose a little bit on it, so what? Doesn't matter, because if the shares are going higher, your in-the-money call is going higher too. And so if the shares do go to 200 a share, you buy back these calls, and these calls have risen dramatically for you. You sell them, turn around and buy new in-the-money calls 4 months out that are 40 in the money, because this one now might be 60 in the money. You sell out here, buy in back here, cash in that cash, and now start writing contracts again. There's ways to keep rolling this over, rolling this over, rolling this over. This is why you watch my classes, to learn this stuff. There are 10 classes now available. Well, 9 classes now available on my website. Later today, there will be 10, because today we're going to load up lesson number 10 that we did on Sunday. And you can watch all 10 classes at your leisure and learn how to do just what I was talking to you about. All kinds of ways to make money in this market, even if you don't own stock. Let's see. It's 1,000 a share. That is certainly not why I'm in GameStop. I think it's going to 2,000 a share. If you have lots of shares, then missing out on the action of a few hundred may not matter. But if you only have 100 or something, be careful. Again, if you got 100 and the stock is going to go up $100 a share, great. What are the odds that it happens the second that you write a call contract? It's rare, but if you're afraid of lottery wins going against you, I understand. But on the other hand, man, there's money to be made here. What can I say? Here we go. I don't think that GameStop or AMC are going to squeeze to these levels. Looks like gradual increases over time. That might be more in the works here. Let's see what else is going on. Uncle Bree, I have that IBM call contract that I bought for January. Expires 145 for 985 premium. Are you saying I could write a contract? Is there a risk? You have a January contract with a 145 expiry. You might be able to write contracts higher than that against it. Yeah, you might be able to do that. Again, those of you who are asking these questions, you're probably trading on a platform. You're obviously using a platform to do these transactions. So what you may want to try and do is let's say experiment and say, okay, well, let's pretend I'm going to write a call option on IBM for say $146 a share, expiring 2 weeks from now. It doesn't even matter what it is, but let's say it's that one. Try to enter the order, like put an order entry together without hitting the execute button, and see if your platform will tell you what kind of margin you need, whether it's an eligible trade or not, because some of you may not have enough level eligibility to do these trades. Again, every broker is different. There is no uniform thing here anymore. So I can't answer this question specifically for you because I don't know what your situation is with your broker. Don't know who you're using. I don't know their rules. Even if you tell me who you're using, I can't tell you what the scenario is. So attempt to enter an order and just set one up and just see if as you enter it, whether the brokerage firm gives you alerts or indications of what kind of margin requirement you have or limitations you have. But you might be able to write a contract against this contract. Yeah. Uncle Bruce, everyone's talking about SOFI lockup. What does that mean, lockup? All companies that go public, whether they go public with an IPO or whether they go public through the SPAC thing or whether one company takes over another company, there are lockup agreements that are negotiated before companies go public. And in the case of the SEC, there are lockup agreements or there are lockup provisions that are mandatory for brand new listings, especially on IPOs, but even on SPACs, where there are certain amount of days or weeks or months or years that certain levels of investors must adhere to for lockup, where they can't sell their stock. They can't pledge their stock as an asset against a loan, this kind of stuff. So they own stock, yes, but it is utterly unusable for collateral or anything like that. You can't borrow at the short and all this kind of stuff. So lockup periods vary depending on the company and who you are. So if you are if you're a dominant shareholder and you own more than 10% of the stock, or you're part of a group that owns more than 10% of the company, maybe there's 5 of you that are all directors, and combined you own 25% of the company. All of you might be in a lockup agreement that is either already preset by the SEC, or you've entered into a lockup agreement with your underwriter, with the Wall Street bankers that are helping you go public. The Wall Street bankers are going to say, look, we can't have you guys immediately sell your position into the street the minute we take you public, because it'll be impossible for us to bring new investors in to buy stock at, say, $30 a share When you guys who got in and created this company 5, 10 years ago, and you got this stock at a penny a share when you had nothing, you built this company up, you now want to sell your stock right away. Everyone knows you want to do it. No one's going to buy your $30 stock. I mean, why would anyone buy your stock for 30 if we know you're just going to get out? Who's going to run this thing? So there's lockup agreements. And in some cases, these can last 5 years. They can go quite a long time. There might be a 20% release every year for 5 years. And this shows investors, like the poker hand is opened up, and the investors go, okay, so the chairman of the board and the CEO and the other directors over here, these guys aren't selling any of their stock because, one, they got a lockup agreement. But two, the reality is all of these people, ladies and gentlemen, will likely have stock options from the treasury of the company to get more stock based on the performance of the company. So the better the company performs, the more shares they can buy from the treasury at a set price. And of course, if they do well, their stock will do well. And as the stock does well, their options are in the money and get more valuable. You can guarantee that they're going to exercise their options. So lockup agreements are a way for the company and management of the company to show the market, hey, we're not Johnny-come-latelys. We're not going to flip and take off. We're going to run this company much higher. We've got stock options to get more stock. We don't have enough stock. We want more stock. We get a nice salary to be here. We have bonuses to be here. We're getting stock option bonuses. We're fans of the upward movement of the stock. But there are employees who are, the ground level employees who for years and years and years have been taking 5% of their paycheck into the company as a private company, and the company matches it with another 5% contribution and buying shares for them as a private entity. And so there are some people out there who make $40,000 a year, $60,000 a year, $100,000 a year, but they're not like upper echelon directors who've earned 3, 4, 5, 10,000 shares over all the years they've been there. And they have lockup periods maybe for the first 90 days. And then every 90 days after that, they can sell up to 20% of their stock if they want to. They can pledge it against a mortgage or a car loan or a home improvement loan without selling the stock. They can just pledge it as collateral with their bank. I mean, it now frees them up financially with something. And many of them will likely have these shares inside 401ks or inside Roths or what have you. And they might sell some of those shares because everything they have, every asset they have, every dollar they have in assets, other than maybe a house if they even have one, or maybe there's renting an apartment, their entire net worth is made up of just this stock. They don't have anything else. Well, their personal financial advisors might say, well, look, you got about $100,000 worth of stock in SOFI here, and you have nothing else. You might want to lessen your load a little bit and diversify into some IBM stock, maybe get some Apple, maybe buy an ETF, maybe buy a hedge fund, maybe buy an ETF, some kind of stuff. Diversify your portfolio a little bit, and so that you don't have everything into just SOFI. Well, you multiply that by thousands of employees, and you've got stock that might be coming out. And then some employees who are terrible money managers, they've got issues, maybe divorces. They've got debts they have to pay off. They're under money. They got money problems. And the one asset they have is this block of stock that they've acquired over the last 5 years that they haven't screwed up on because they couldn't trade it before. It was private. Now they can't trade it because it's public, but it's restricted. But once the restrictions lift, they might just sell this stock right away to pay off IOUs that they piled up over the last few years. There's always that. That happens with every new public offering. I mean, people are people and situations are situations. So the lockup periods vary, and usually on the higher end group, these folks are not sellers. They're usually the ones who are going to hang on for a long, long time because they went public for a reason beyond just going public. They're going public because they know that once we are a publicly traded company, our stock will trade at a certain price per share. It's liquid now. And as we continue to deliver the results that we can deliver, we expect to deliver going forward the next 5-10 years, these shares will really increase in value. And that is where the CEO, the directors, the senior investors, the ground floor people, that's where their payoff comes from. That 10 years later, they're selling out. They're selling 1,000 shares a month at $100 a share forever. Because they'll never sell all the stock in their lifetime. They'll be putting it into a trust. They'll bequeath the trust to their children and their grandchildren, because they're like Henry Ford. They've made so much money that they don't need to sell all their stock. They can't possibly use that much cash for whatever they're doing, because they're not going to buy a $2 billion house. They've built wealth, and they're now forwarding it, and it's a different world, obviously. But lockup agreements are lockup agreements. I hope that's answered some of your questions and some of your thoughts. And I don't know what this question is about. I wish I knew. Let's see. Yeah, parts of Louisiana have a sales tax rate of 11.5%. Yikes. Crazy. Here we go. Bruce, you're really pushing the covered call thing on GameStop. If people think price actions around the corner, you'll miss out on the price action if you sell a covered call. Again, it all depends on which covered call you're writing. If you're writing a covered call that expires this Friday, it's a 170 call, and this afternoon GameStop makes an announcement that makes the stock in 1 minute go to 300 a share. Yeah, you missed out. What are the odds? 1 in a billion that this is going to happen. Even last time when the stocks had a run, they ran up and then they came down, and they ran up and then they came down. We have not yet gone to the moon on GameStop. We just haven't. We've had good runs. Yes, we have, but we have not gone to the moon. I just don't see an issue here where people are smartly writing 1 and 2 and 3 week contracts for 170s, 180s, 190s, 200s, and bringing in cash. Because I have seen too many times in my career people waiting for the big payoff going broke in the meantime, and I just don't see it. Anyway, there it is. Bruce, don't believe in the mother of all short traders. Oh, short traders, bro, don't believe in it. Anyway, there you go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. What else is going on? Thank you, John. Thank you. You could buy your covered call back, but you need to pay attention. That's correct. You just need to. Yeah, you can't go broke holding shares, Bruce. Well, you can't. You can put too much money into stock, and you can wait for the payoff, but not take care of your bills. If you have too much money into the market, some people do. There's ways to bring in capital and pay bills. And some of you out there who don't want to go back to work, or who have been asking me, is there a way I can not go back to work? Is there a way I can be self-employed? Or at least if I do go back to work, can I make enough money on my account where I only work part-time now? And maybe I'll just work weekends. And then Monday to Friday, I can watch the market and trade my portfolio. Well, if you've got 300 shares at GameStop, for example, or you have 3 long calls on GameStop, and you are writing 3 contracts every week where you're netting out $2 to $3 a share from option depreciation, $3 a share on 300 shares, that's $900 a week. That's $3,600 a month. Would $3,600 a month coming into your life from your portfolio allow you to work part-time now, or take a good chunk of your full-time pay off the table? Or if you have 500 shares and you're bringing in $3 a share, that's $1,500 a week. That's $75,000 a year. Can you get by on $75,000 a year versus what you're making now net after tax? You're going to have, if you're a full-time trader, you're going to have full-time expenses that you can write off on the gross. You set up a limited company to do your trading with. The company has expenses. You can charge it rent out of your house. It will pay the internet fees. It'll pay for all the fees pre-tax, all deducted. Maybe there's something here. Anyway, we're about to start trading. Let's get into that and keep talking about the potential on options. There's so many ways to go. It is so controversial. But on the other hand, you know what? There's money to be made. What can I say? Here, I sold a $300 covered call. Luckily, didn't get exercised when it hit 340 a month ago. I just have to be prepared to take the profits and move on to buy stock back. True. I mean, if you sold a covered call at 300, you also got the premium on top of that. if you'd have been taken out, you've been taken out at 300 plus the premium. You could have sat back and go, oh, let's wait for the stock to come back down. I'll buy it back. Hey, when it hit 280, you could have bought it back. 250, you could have bought it back. 220. Yeah, of course. Stocks always fluctuate. Do not be prepared. Do not be afraid to be taken out. Just don't be afraid at all. Alrighty, where are we at here? We're starting our day. Let's see what is going on here. Matterport 1389, down 26 cents. Thanks a lot, Matterport. Appreciate the start of the day there. Thank you for making us not richer. GameStop at 163.55. Let's take a look here. Hood, Robinhood right now up $1.17 to 47.84. SOFI 1407 up 32 cents. Opening market of 1.2 million shares looks like. GameStop now 165.19 up $1.64. So that's nice. ATIP is 385 down 4 cents on 30,000. AMC up 74 cents right now. Matterport now showing up a penny. Is that accurate? Is that really accurate? Matterport 386 now, down 4 cents on 30,000. All right. ME 811 down 14 cents on 112,000. 23andMe is down 14 to 811. Fifth Wall is at 2L41 up 11 cents. Vector down 2 cents. It merges into Rocket Lab day after tomorrow, the 20th. SPIR is not yet trading, waiting for the first trade to show. CYXT trading at 865, down 12 cents so far to start the day. We have IBM down 85 cents, the Dow down 127 points. We got the Dow down 129 now, S&P down 8, NASDAQ up 11, oil up 39. We're watching Fed minutes reports coming out today, but this is from several weeks ago, so it's old news. Not going to get too excited about that. And let's see, SoFi moving up and above 14, but I'm not going to get excited about it until it holds, says Going Postal. And let's see, what else have we got? We have AMC up $1.05. We have Robinhood up $1.24. We have SoFi up 20 cents to $13.95. We've got GameStop up to $164.57, up $1.02 right now. Very good. Let's see, where else are we at here? Watching these markets. There we go. Pop that up there like this. And SoFi, here we go. $13.97 up 22 cents. The low of $13.95, high of $14.09, and right now $13.98. Okay. And 23andMe showing 806 down 19. Matterport down 7 at $13.82. ATIP down 4 cents to 385. Right now, GameStop up $1.64. All right. Yeah, well, yeah, Aaron, I'm not getting excited about SoFi until it gets to 18. There you go. Let's just see how it wants to do, kids. Today's the another day in the big picture. The Dow down 128, S&P down 10, 11 points, NASDAQ down 8 at the moment. Welcome to the show. And what else have we got here? Uncle Bruce, again, thank you for answering my question. That's why I'll always be a member. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, thank you, everybody, for your comments today. All kinds of great comments here. Appreciate it. Yeah, what is going on, folks? We've got the Dow now down 147 to start the morning. S&P down 11, NASDAQ down about 11. The oil up 42 cents a barrel. We have our shares now sort of filling in here. We got a 74-cent gain on Robinhood. SoFi up to 14 even now on 24 cents on the day. Volume on SoFi now 1.8 million to start the morning in 5 minutes. Back to 14. GameStop 164.77 up $1.22. ATIP is now positive, up 2.5 cents to 391. The ATIP volume is 132,000 at the moment. AMC up $1.30 to 38.46 on 5.2 million. It's got a good start today. We're looking at Matterport now at 1369, just above the low of the day on 78,000 shares. We have 23andMe at 795, down 30 cents on the low of the morning right now, down 186,000 shares. Fifth Wall down 7, Vector down 2, SPIR Global 970 up 30 cents, 2,200 volume, like nothing. I mean, wow, up 30 cents on 2,000 shares. Wow. CYXT down 12 cents at 865 on 2,000 shares. There's nothing here. Vanik up 29 cents. We have Home Depot up $1 after that big drop yesterday. We're now at $3.21 a share. IBM down 64 cents at 141.78. Everyone's heartbreaker. Dow is down 106. It's improving now a little bit. Now down 101. It was at 35,195. It's at 35,241. So it's come back 46 points in the last couple of minutes. Microsoft is up 15 cents today, now up 8 cents. Apple down 37. Tesla up 9.76 a share. Bed Bath & Beyond up 28 cents to 26.82. BlackBerry up 14 cents to 9.82. Royal Caribbean up 61 cents, now up only 50 cents, 76.50. Norwegian up 24, Carnival up 24 cents. Amazon down $1.75. Facebook down 47 cents. Google down $2.45. Target down $7.30 on the session. Was about 75 cents lower than this so far. They topped earnings and estimates, but again, the investment business, the analysts out there, they're wondering. Yes, the numbers are good for the last quarter. That's looking back. We're looking forward. That's what we always do with stocks. What's going to happen with Target this next 2 quarters with supply chain issues? How are Christmas sales going to be affected with potential delivery interruptions? What's going to happen here? Is this truly going to happen or not? JP Morgan down 61 cents. Costco's up 30. Walmart's up 11 cents. They're not affected. Cisco down 36 cents. They're coming up with earnings after the bell tonight. So NVIDIA is up 85 cents. They too are coming up with earnings tonight. Goldman Sachs 402.18 down to 279. That is a bargain there. What else is going on? Any other major moves? American Airlines unchanged at 1934. Intel unchanged. Micron up 27 cents. So it's a quiet one. We're not seeing anything really radical happening here. We've got the Dow down 117 points, S&P down 7.5, NASDAQ now up about 6. Robinhood back to $48, up $1.30. SOFI now at 14.01, up 26 cents. The range on SOFI, we're now at 14.03, the high of 14.09, the low of 13.94. We've been in a very tight range so far on SOFI. 14.03, 14.02, roughly, where we're at, up 27 cents. GameStop is now down 4 cents at 163.51. ATIP is up 3 cents. We've got AMC up 69 cents. We have Matterport now only down 8. Matterport was as low as 13.62. It's now 13.81. So it's come back 19 cents here to be down only 8 cents on the session with 91,000 traded. Very light volume. Matterport was written up yesterday as a buy. Overweight was the actual term that WEDBUSH gave it. The stock now is down to nickel at 13.84. WEDBUSH says they estimate the price target $22 a share. It's at $13.79 right now, down a dime. So $22 is what WEDBUSH analyst is saying is the possibility for Matterport. 23andMe was written up by Credit Suisse. They put a $13 target on it, and it moved up nicely yesterday. It's now at $8, 23andMe down a quarter. $13 is the target. That's $5 higher. That is 62% higher than where it's trading at right now. 750 calls might be a good idea. Fifth wall down 8 cents. The Vector, which will be Rocket Lab day after tomorrow, is down 2 cents. SPIR holding a gain here at 977 on 4,700 volume, up 36 cents to 977 a share at the moment. Cyxtera 865 down 12 cents on 2,300 shares. That's all we've got at the moment. The Dow down 136. Watching this quiet opening, really, we just do not have a massive amount of info here. I have 8 covered calls that I can sell for GameStop. What date and strike look good to you? You could write 8 calls, is what you're saying. You're long 800 shares, I'm supposing, or you have in the money contracts that you can write calls again. Well, it's a question of what is it you want to do? Do you want to have options that expire in 2 days on Friday, or do you want to write options that expire in 9 days, a week Friday? You have to decide which contract you want to write, how much premium you want to take in, how close to the money do you want to be. Do you want to write $200 contracts, for example? That might be 4 weeks out, maybe 3, 4, 5 weeks out for a decent premium. What is it you're after? You can write $220, $230 contracts if you want to go a couple of months out. Might bring in some money that way, but you're going to then wait. On the other hand, if you like the idea of, I just want to bring in a couple of dollars every week, if I can bring $2 or $3 in every week writing contracts, you might want to look at writing contracts for next Friday or the Friday after, maybe in the 180 level, and just wait in the next week. If the shares back off a little bit, or as they shrink in value, you just buy them back a week from now. So they were written with 16 days to go. You buy them back with 8 days to go. I mean, you take that depreciation, the time depreciation, as your reward, whether the stock moves or not. But with a 180 price, and you bring in whatever you bring in, that's added to the 180 price. You could be taken out at mid 180s or higher. What do you want to do, Nazareth? You have to decide what it is you're after. If you can watch the market closely, if you're in front of your computer or you got your phone and you always have your market with you, then you can write closer in calls, shorter time frame, closer to the money. But you'll have to be on top of the pattern here and decide that if the shares back off a little bit, you're going to buy those calls back and lock in a gain, or let them expire on Friday. Just let them go, and if they die worthless, great. Take all the money on it, whatever it gives you. You have to decide just how much can you dedicate to it, and your call. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. GameStop, $170 CSP could force you to buy 100 shares. You're talking about writing a put, a covered, what is it, a short put? I'm not sure what you're saying here. They could buy 100 shares, 170 each when the stock is lower than 170 enough to profit past the premium. Well, of course, if you write a put contract on GameStop, 170, you're in the money. You will get a premium on top of the difference in price. Right now, that book value is about $10 plus premium. But yes, you're on the hook to buy the stock. Do you want to play that game? Let's see. And let's go. Let's see here. Nazareth, I keep mine within 2 weeks when I write contracts, I think is what Smooth Wake is saying. And the strike just out of reach. My next one is September the 3rd, $190. I'm taking in $600 per contract. So there's a strategy there. So today's the 18th of August. The next option's expiring on the 20th, 2 days, then the 27th, then the 3rd of September. And obviously $6 premium right now for a 190. What was generated here. So if the shares, you write them for that, and the shares back off to 155, these might back off to $3-4. You could buy them back right there, or wait the remainder time frame and let the other $3 come your way if the shares stay under 190. There's always, you always have choices. You can always buy these contracts back anytime you want. If they're going against you, buy them back and either break even, lose a little, and then rewrite higher price contracts again and take a new position, rolling over. You can always do that. There's numbers of ways to play this. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. There you go. Yeah, GameStop under 160. It trades. It fluctuates. We know. We do see volatility on the stock. 158 now. People might be buying back their calls that they wrote today, yesterday, last week. They might be taking the advantage of this dip to buy back their calls that they wrote. Now they're sitting back. And if the shares rally again later today to 162, 64, 66, they rewrite calls again, taking on new positions. That might be another way to play this. Yep, that can be done. That is what it's about, being paid to trade your contracts and hold your stock in the meantime. SOFI is at 14, holding that 25-cent gain, it looks like. ATIP now up 4 cents, 193 or so. AMC losing some ground. It's still up 11 cents only now. Matterport down 8. 23andMe at 798, down 27 cents. Fifth Wall down 15. Vector unchanged at 1003. SPIR holding 950, up 9 cents on a volume of 17,500. Low of the day, 945. That's where SPIR is. Cyxtera 866, down 11 cents right now. Vanik down 42 cents only. Home Depot up now $3 from yesterday's drop off. IBM down 63 cents. The Dow down only 78. So it's improved a bit here. The Microsoft is up $1.30. Apple only down a dime. Tesla up $7. So we have some better, a little bit of a better scenario there. GameStop now 158.23, down 5.32 on the day. Let's go. What else is happening here? 13.95 now, and SoFi up 20 at the moment. And Bank of America is raising the target price for Walmart to 190 from 185. Okay, and yes. So following the standard activity that we are used to, SoFi should drop 50 cents now, right? Because we go through the first 10, 15 minutes, and then it drops, right? Well, we'll see. Will that pattern continue or not? I don't know. Rainy in Denmark. Welcome, Robert. We had rain yesterday, but we are going into mainly sunny skies today, and we have cleared up beautifully. We can see mountains again, so it's just gorgeous here. We did get a good bunch of rain the last day and a half. We were happy about that. All righty. Thank you all for your comments and thoughts. And let's see what's going on. At this pace, SoFi, GameStop, at least my grandkids will be rich. John wants to know, what is this stuff about Citadel moving stuff to the Cayman Islands? I have no idea, John, if any of that's true or not, or if they do that all the time. If they're an international banker, they're moving money in and out of the Caymans all the time. Everyone does. Just like moving money in and out of Switzerland all the time. Everyone who's anyone does. Anyway, 13.96 on SoFi. At the moment, volume today for SoFi is 3 million shares now. That's what we have here. GameStop volume at 158.88 is 234,000 shares. Very quiet again. 158.88 down 4.67 a share. ATIP is at 3.93 now, up 4 cents. And AMC's gone negative, 36.69. So those of you who wrote options this morning on AMC, you're happy. Matterport down 18 cents, 23andMe down 29. And SPIR Global, it looks like it's holding a 964 gain now, up 23 cents on 18,000 shares. It looks like SPIR. Little better. Looks a little better right now. All right. and lots of mixed markets elsewhere. We're down 19 on the NASDAQ now. We're still down 7 on S&P. We're down 100 on the Dow, as we have been around we've been in the negative all morning so far. Not terribly negative, but just on the negative side of the market so far on the morning. That's where we're at right now. Okay. Here we go. Devil King. I nearly sold my SOFI when it lost all its gains a couple of days ago, and I kept falling, but I held myself back, and I won't let myself lose the nerve. Exactly right. Just sit tight. Don't do a darn thing. The stock drops in pennies, but it'll go up in dollars. It is pretty well run out of gas here, but famous last words. We'll see if this is true. $13.99 right now, up 24 cents on the day. Seems to be holding the gain so far. So what about the mutual funds becoming ETFs? Yeah, that's been a pattern. That's more talk of that happening. Mutual funds are expensive to operate. ETFs definitely are cheaper for consumers, and that's been the shift. A lot of people have been shifting their investments out of mutual funds into ETFs. Larry, we're getting tropical storm Fred, rain, and tornadoes expected today. Let's see. That sounds kind of stuffy, Bruce. Switzerland, anyone has money in Switzerland. Okay. Good luck, Larry. Uncle B, how can we make money on Royal Caribbean? Buy puts. You're not going to make money on Royal Caribbean. It's not going to make you money. The stock's going lower. They're going to have to keep raising cash. They're burning about 8-9 million a day right now. Still burning off money. They're not going to be breaking even for another year over at Royal Caribbean, I don't think. I just keep averaging down on SOFI. There you go. There's a good strategy. 14.01 now. Just broke 14 again on SOFI. 158.08 on GameStop, down 5.47, and ATIP up 4 cents. That's where we're at right here, right at the moment. I bought a put last week and it went up. Nice. And I guess Lowe's did well on earnings. They did all right. The question, of course, is going forward. What's going to happen going forward? That's always the proverbial question. Let's see. What else do we got here? Thank you, everybody, for popping through here. We're down 102 on the Dow. S&P down 4. NASDAQ up 3. Now, NASDAQ just went positive. And oil is holding on to a 16-cent a barrel gain right now. I keep averaging down on GameStop. There you go. I keep buying January $20, $30 strike calls on SOFI. There you go. They got to be cheap. They got to be cheap. Options on SOFI. Let's take a look at options on SOFI here. Here we go. Yes, SOFI trading at $14 a share here. January's, how are they doing in January? The $30 options on SOFI. Am I getting these? Are these correct quotes? They don't make sense. They don't make sense at all. Something weird happening over here. Yeah, $30. August 27th, 30s are not even a penny. So, January 22. Here we go. January 22 30s are showing 51 to 54 cents right now. 25s are showing 79 to 80 cents right now. And $20 contracts for SOFI for January are 130 to 134 at the moment. Still $6 out of the money. 1250s that are in the money, 350 to 355, and they're $1.50 in the money. So it's a $2 premium still. The $10 calls are $4.70 to $5, and so they're about 70 cents to $1 in premium. The rest is in the money value. SOFI Jans 53 cents. There you go. Yeah, SOFI's a $50. You can buy $50 call options on SOFI for January, 16 to 19 cents. That's a bit of a gamble, I would say, that they're going to go to that level, $50 a share. That's a bit of a reach. 30 is still pushing it, but can be done. 51 to 54. If the shares were to go up to $10 a share here in the next week, those 51 contracts, $51 contracts will be worth about $1.30. And so you'd be up, a nice little reward. But $10 in a week or so, that's to $24. That's a bit of a push, wouldn't you say? I'd say 1402 now on SOFI. 1402. GameStop down 350 now, 159.89, coming back to 160 again on GameStop. And ATIP 395.5, up 6.5 cents, a little better. AMC down 33 cents. Matterport down a dime now to 13.79, and 23andMe down 23 cents. Interesting number, down 23 cents. Interesting. The Dow down 63. We're coming back up here. S&P 500 has gone positive. NASDAQ is positive. The S&P is up a half a point. NASDAQ's up 19 now. The markets are coming on. Definitely coming on. How long it'll last, how strong, I don't know. But the markets are improving. That much I can tell you. Let's see. DM is saying, I've been a week early on just about every weekly option I've ever bought. Bruce, how can I predict the future more accurately? I can't answer that question. 1402 on SOFI. Take the long road, I guess, is the way to go, and don't try to predict the future a week at a time. Take the long road and hang around for that. All right. Market watch headlines. Labor Day has been a turning point in markets the last 3 years. Here's what one strategist sees for 2021. Okay. A lot of strategists have a lot of opinions. Some might be right, some might be wrong. Some they can't all be right. They just can't all be right. I can't imagine that. Okay. 23andMe holding $8 at $8.04. Apple at $149.99, down 20 cents. And ATIP trading at $3.99, right under the $4 level right now. ATIP, $3.99 a share, up 9.5 cents. Keep going, ATIP. Just keep right on going. 238,000 so far. So it's looking a little better than yesterday. We'll see what's going on. And we'll see what's happening. Okay, down only 47 on the Dow now. We're even on S&P, and we're up 14 on NASDAQ. All right. Okay, 1404 on SOFI. GameStop holding 159.24. And Matterport down only a nickel now. Looks like it's improving a bit here. Vector up 2 cents. SPIR holding at 9.62, up 21 cents. And IBM still down 86 cents. It's not recovering like the rest of the market is. Microsoft up 2.18 now. That's a better move. Apple's still down 33. Tesla's up $16. Definitely improving here. You want to order a Tesla, almost all their cars are sold out. There's only like 3 models available in the next few weeks. The next 3, 6, 8 weeks after that, your deliveries are in 2022. Tesla, all of them. It's incredible. Everything is pre-sold. Every car they're making, virtually every car they're making is pre-sold. Pre-sold. Can't say that for other companies, but that is something. Nicholas, SOFI can go to 30. I think it'd be nice if we could all acknowledge that it's a great stock. Well, I like it. Let's see. I bought one Royal Caribbean $78 put when it was at 81 last Monday. It's under $75 today. Right on. I think the stock is going to go lower. Royal Caribbean. Just not looking good. 75.17 right now, down only 85 cents today. That stock's going lower. Let's see. Oh, good Lord. What would it take to get the volume moving on GameStop? We need 20 million a day real soon. Let's go. And I think Ford is also pre-sold. Possibly part, but I don't know if every single car in their lineup is pre-sold. I don't know about that. Unfortunately, part shortages are really causing havoc at Ford, aren't they? Just amazing. 159.42 on GameStop, down 413. It looks to me like it wants to get back to the 160. And ATIP at 397.9, 398 a share on ATI. just below $4. We'll see if it breaks through that or not. Hey, let's get through some thumbs ups. Thank you, John, for the thoughts. And here we go. Bill Coin. Sunshine plus coffee plus Uncle Bruce equals going to the moon. There you go. I can't understand why Hood keeps going up. I think they come out with financials in the next, is it today or tomorrow? It's really imminent, isn't it? The first quarter financials. I wonder how ugly they're going to be. I don't know, 48.95 up 228 on the stock right now. Interesting, huh? Thank you, buddy. Aaron, thank you for this. I appreciate it. Austin, growing up, I won more than I lost. The stock market keeps my big head from exploding. Yeah. And GM is saying, John Van, lots of speculation of what will prevent them to finally stop hiding them. Gary Gensler and NFT dividend are two popular hopes, or two dividend hopes, or two popular hopes. We'll see what happens there. 13.97 on SOFI, 49.11 on Robinhood. Back on the game, so back down to 158.54. It's 3.97 on the ATI, and we're down 22 cents on AMC. Matterport down 13 cents. 23andMe holding $8, down a quarter. Fifth Wall down 15 cents. Vector up 2. SPIR holding a 19-cent gain. CYXT down 8 cents. Right at the moment. There you have it, guys. That is our market right now. We're down only 24 on the Dow. The momentum to the upside continues there as it is improving. Minute by minute seems to be improving here. Lots of talk right now about COVID-19 booster shots. A whole lot of talk about that. We'll see if this goes through, how it's going to go. The governor of Florida has tested positive for COVID. Go figure. T-Mobile says that they've been hacked. For 40 million of their customers have been hacked. Wow. Wow. Lots of talk about what's going on in Afghanistan. None of it good. Let's see. Austin, Texas is the capital of homes selling at super premiums. And people are buying homes for $100,000 over asking price routinely. Amazing. That is something else. Well, see what's going on here. China's President Xi eyes return to Communist Party roots amid private sector crackdown. He is signaling plans to more assertively promote social equality as he tries to solidify popular support for continued Communist Party rule. Interesting. Right. Alrighty, those are some of the headlines from Wall Street Journal. Those are some of the headlines right now, as we see it. And we have the market now. The Dow up 4.3 points. We have a positive move on the Dow, a 1 point gain on S&P, still negative now on Nasdaq. It's funny how as the Dow keeps coming on, the other two markets didn't go higher. They kind of leveled off, and now all three markets are within 10 points of each other, being plus or minus on the day. Very interesting. Not a lot of conviction. A lot of buying conviction going in right now. I think they are using the excuse. The market is using the excuse of the Fed minutes to be released later today, whether to like what they hear or not. I don't know, man. If you're looking for a bunch of old people to release minutes from 3 weeks ago, to give you direction today, you're in trouble. You got problems. Anyway, that's all I can tell you. Alrighty. Let's see. I think the hacker pulled a Dr. Evil and only asked for $250,000 with a pinky in his mouth. What's this? Yeah, why people want to spend $100,000 over asking is beyond me too. Although with our house for sale, I wouldn't mind an offer $100,000 over asking. That'd be fine. Uncle B, WYT. What does that mean? What do you think? Is that what that means? What do you think of a call for SPIR expiring February? Strike of $10 for $1.40 a contract. What do you think about SPIR being picked off? If I pick off that $10 for $1.44 for February, yeah, that's it's out there, but it's not way out there. Obviously, if the shares reach $12, $13, you're going to be one happy camper. So there's leverage for you there. Let's see. Where am I here? Here we go. Robert wants to know if Square is a good comparable for SOFI. No idea, my friend. No idea. Yeah, these communist guys, they seem nice. They kind of nice. They look nice. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, they look like nice guys. I mean, in communist China, when you see the all the leaders lined up, for a photo, you see all the men and the women. No, you don't. You only see the men. That's kind of funny. Okay. Good morning, Gary. Good morning. Let's see. Bruce, have you ever seen an activist investor completely take a company over as or more swiftly than Cohen has? It's a rarity. That is a rarity scenario. Good morning, Jen. Good morning. I remember back in the 70s and the 80s, there were some flamboyant Texas and Alberta oil and gas people, entrepreneurs, and there were a few that were followed very closely because they were movers and shakers of the business. But this has really disappeared. It's been replaced now with corporate entities that raise billions of dollars from various sources and then put plans together. It's gone are the days of the one single flamboyant individual. But in the case of Mr. Cohen, to acquire 13% of GameStop with only $76 million, I mean, this guy's timing was brilliant. His strategy was perfect. Picked up gobs of stock at super cheap prices because they were just being handed over. And he probably bought a lot of stock from shorters. He probably took their stock, and then he quickly amassed a nice block. And the rest is history. 13% ownership, and he's the number one owner of the stock on an individual basis. Anyway, there it is. There you have it, John Van Daly. I try to inform my wife on the news stock. She says it's out of my control, and I need to find something good for the day. So today, I'm going to go golfing. There you go. Is the mother of all short squeezes still a possibility? Always, but who knows? Gowdy, you got it. Have you learned anything new on SLCR? Don't like China, but the idea of 2,000 plus stores. SLCR, I don't know who that is. Are you talking about the Timmy's deal? Is that the Tim Hortons deal? I'm not going to be following that deal very closely. It's just not my cup of tea because I like a cup of coffee. Yeah. Right on, Jen. It's not my cup of tea. I suppose you're right. let's go. I guess I'll keep buying and holding. Kind of cold in here, isn't it? Cool.
I know.
Yeah, I'm kind of cool. I might need a hoodie to kind of stay warm. It's
And I've just opened all the windows.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. You're killing me, Jen. You're
Blue
killing
sky.
me. Oh my God.
I can see various shades of green on the mountains.
Boy,
it looks like a normal morning.
We can see Idaho from our window.
It's like blue sky, kind of grayish clouds because we're going to get more rain.
Right on.
But
right on.
It looks like a normal sky. I remember those. Those are great.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
So British Columbia is famous for fabulous views, clear skies, and clean air, and
as usual, we're the hot spot in our radio broadcasting area because of the valley.
True, probably because of our valley. Yeah.
We get a valley effect.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
We're always a couple of degrees warmer.
Yep.
In the summer and the winter.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's good.
What do you want to say out to all the women out there?
Dare to be great.
Dare to be great, gals. Dare to be great.
That's right. The economy depends on us.
That's true. That's true. Without women, the economy wouldn't be the same.
We are the foundation, and COVID kind of put an exclamation on that. That women had to stay home because they couldn't have daycare.
Yeah.
And the economy immediately suffered because women weren't working.
Right.
We are the 51%. Get out there.
I know.
Dare to be great.
I know in downtown Calgary, you have these office towers that are connected to each other with these +15 walkways over the streets. And on the second level of most office complexes in downtown Calgary, you have restaurants, coffee shops, beauty parlors, dry cleaners. You have some fashion stores, and who's in there? The females, women are in there. Guys just walk from office to office, and they don't shop necessarily as much, but the gals are the ones.
Women control the wallets.
Yeah, and they're getting a lot of their clothing dry cleaned. They're getting their hair done. They're getting their nails done. I mean, they're supporting all these businesses, all in the downtown core.
Yeah.
And the devastation has been dramatic this last year. I mean, closures left, right, and center, because there are no office workers in downtown Calgary. At least there weren't any when the lockdown was on.
And the budget that the federal government delivered this spring is absolutely female-centric.
Yeah.
They are doing all sorts of grants and mentorships and programs to show women you guys are the mothers of invention. You're out there with really good ideas because you know what needs to get done. And we're going to show you how to make that into a business to business.
See?
Business to consumer. Yeah.
Women rule the world.
Great. Get out there.
There you are, gals. Dare to be great. Welcome.
And I know you haven't spoken about this, but be an ethical consumer.
Be an ethical consumer.
Be an ethical consumer. If we can vote with our dollars.
We can.
And if you don't like a company, don't support them. And if you do like a company, support them.
There you go. Craft breweries, local restaurants, local products.
Your female-led entrepreneurs that are making things because they couldn't find it, so they're creating a company to make it.
To make it, yeah.
And so many female-led companies do a buy one, give one, where if you buy, especially in female sanitary products, if you buy one, we will give one, because there's way too many women that do not have access to female sanitary products. And if you don't, you can't leave the house. You can't go to work. You can't go to school.
No.
So it's,
See?
Vote with your dollars.
Vote with your bucks, people.
Yeah.
There it is. Cool.
So that's my soapbox.
There it is. Okay, we got it.
That's right.
Thank you.
Dare to be great.
Dare to be great indeed. I'm thinking about daring to be great today on a bagel.
Is that what that is? You're so full of it.
I'm so full of it. But I'm thinking Cheese Whiz today.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Cheese Whiz Wednesday.
Cheese Whiz. Is it really cheese? I don't know if that's a thing.
It might be a thing.
It might be a thing. I don't know.
It's Cheese Whiz
But I'm
Wednesday.
thinking Cheese Whiz Wednesday. Why not? What the hell? Yeah.
And after giving all that inspiration and go get 'em talk, I'm going to go into the kitchen and make my husband.
Unless
a
you'd
bagel.
like to sit here in front of the camera and I'll go make my own bagel. You can sit here and talk to everybody if you'd like to on the
I
camera.
could put on my glasses.
You can put on your glasses.
Here, I'll go get them for you.
That's right. Jen has special on-the-air glasses she could wear and address all of you.
That always freak out my daughter.
Always freaks out her daughter.
Thank
Here
you,
you,
Lisa.
here we are right here. These are her on-the-air glasses. I mean, you know,
It's so creepy. I tell you.
I want to rock.
I have gotten so much pleasure out of these dollar store glasses.
Dollar store glasses, man. Oh man, oh
Which
man, oh
shows
man.
me it doesn't take much to amuse me.
It doesn't take much to amuse Jen.
I'll leave these here just in case.
Oh, thank you.
In case someone wanted to see them again.
Oh gosh, there you go. There you have it. Oh
wife
my.
just talked.
There you go, kids. There you go. Oh my. What can I say? Welcome one, welcome all to the crazy day. What an improvement. Yoko, no. Oh my God. What did I come back to? Oh my God, I'm dead. Dear God, that was disturbing. Keep going. Thanks. I have a new fetish now. Why did that arouse me? Bruce going drag. Oh Lord. Uncle Bruce going Alice, sweet Alice with us. Those glasses just get a yellow wrinkle. Oh, Bruce, if you need 100 shares to write GameStop calls, what are your thoughts on buying a $150 or $155 in the money put expiring 8/27? What are your thoughts on buying a 150 or a 155 put? Well, you can certainly consider that if you have enough margin to do it. You probably need a margin account to make sure you handle it with your broker. Double check with your broker to find out what kind of margin you're going to need. You may want to try to enter the order, like create the order, and just before you hit the button, it might show you what margin requirement you might need and see if you have enough. But sure, you put a 150, write a 150 put, that's 880 out of the money, plus the premium you're going to get. You're committing to buy stock probably in the 145 neighborhood or whatever the premium is. Worth a look? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. How much to put them back on? Those glasses get my thumbs ups today. I think someone put LSD in my coffee. Just saw something really weird. Laughing out loud. Uncle Bruce, the birdcage. Uncle Bruce needs a rainbow afro wig if he's going to wear those glasses again. Oh man. Hey Bruce, it seems Microsoft just goes up forever. It seems you can never go wrong with in the money calls. 3 to 6 months. It's 3 to 6 months out on the stock, even more so than Apple. I can't think of another stock like it. Well, again, you go out long enough on these companies. I think it's a smart move. You can go long calls on Apple, long calls on Microsoft. You can look at long calls on Facebook. You can look at long calls on maybe Cisco, but certainly Goldman Sachs. Definitely. I mean, I like that one a lot. These are the kind of companies, and now you can look long calls on Home Depot, right? Because this correction maybe. I meant out of the money, put no margin needed, says T-Bone. Let's see here. Here I'm trying to sell puts. Says sell my house fast in Upper Marlboro. I'm trying to sell puts on SOFI, but when I sell to open the put, it says it will cost money. When I switch to buy the put, it shows dollars incoming. I'm afraid I'm doing it wrong, so I don't go through with it. You're doing a sell to open when you're looking to sell puts, right? You're looking to write. So sell to open, and it says it will cost money. That makes no sense, of course. And when I switch to buy the put, it shows dollars. You may want to contact your brokerage firm, and double check if their system is glitching out. There's something obviously not working there. SoFi now 13.92. We have GameStop at 159, down 455. ATIP at 404. We're up 15.5 cents. So we've broken through the $4 barrier on ATIP. AMC down 18 cents now. Matterport up a penny to 13.90. 23andMe is down only a dime now at 8.14. The high of the day 8.30. So we've already broken into the positive on 23andMe. Here, a fifth wall down 24, Vector down 3, SPIR holding a 963 price right now, up 22 cents, 26,000 volume. CYXT down only a dime now at 868. We were down to 8. Well, this is the low of the day here. We were at 865 for the low, so we're right around that level now. IBM down 79 cents. The Dow down 13.9. S&P up 4. NASDAQ up 22. Mixed market today. Microsoft 294.10. Apple, that's up 150 a share. Apple up down 15 cents to 150 a share, 150.04. Tesla up $21. Bed Bath Beyond up 18 cents. BlackBerry up 42 cents. Royal Caribbean 75.30, down 72 cents on the day. Amazon down 9. Facebook down 66 cents. Google up $12. JP Morgan up 19 cents. And Goldman down 88 cents right now. This is where we're at here, folks. Kind of a mixed day. The Dow now down 6.3 points as we're trying to get direction, and we are directionless today. This market is not moving in any serious way at this time. Let's see. I just bought more SoFi and Matterport. My stomach hurts. GameStop sinking fast. I own calls on SoFi. Could that be the reason you own calls on SoFi? Could that be the reason you're having trouble with this thing? Yeah, I don't understand it. Make sure you're trying to enter a put trade. I don't, no idea, my friend. Nice to win on PLTR. Congratulations. 13.93 on SoFi. Robinhood holding a 225 gain. Yeah, don't know what to make of that. We're at 159.45 on GameStop. We dropped as low as 157.63 on GameStop. We're now inching back up to the 160 level, little by little by little. 449,000 volume on GameStop today. Not all that much. Yeah, not able to discern some of these questions. All right. 13.92 now on SoFi shares this morning, folks. Okay. Uncle Bruce, is there a way to use an Excel spreadsheet to get a better idea on the potential profit loss on these calls and options to better see which ones are the better to buy and sell? Possible, but another idea would be if you can pick up get your hands on a website that can show you option trading potential. I have one that I look at from time to time. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. I hit the wrong button and knocked myself off the air there for a moment. I didn't knock myself off the air. I actually just turned the camera off by accident. I'm just putting on my hoodie. The so-called 100-day high-degree temperatures are a thing of the past right now. They're not happening here. We're in the 50s right now. We're in like the low 50s, and Jen opened up the windows to kind of bring in the fresh air. So she's freezing me out. Anyway,
And
so
I'm wearing flannel.
she's wearing flannel, so I have to put on this sweatshirt to survive. My gosh. Anyway,
Are you sweating in it?
am I sweating yet? No. Cool. I got this one on right now. Stock markets with Uncle Bruce right on. My, oh my, oh my. Let's see. Bruce, how about Matterport expiring January 1250 for 320 premium Matterport? So you're looking at a January, a call. Are you talking about a call contract? Let's take a look here. There we are. We're looking at, what are you talking about? January? All right, so let's take a look at January. There we go. 1250s, 320s, yeah. So you think about buying calls. Well, they're 265 to 320 last bid ask right now. The Matterport stock is trading at 1376. So this contract is only $1.26 in the money, and there is a serious premium. So I would not want to pay a serious premium like that right now. That might be a bit rich. I'd be bidding maybe 270, like a nickel above the bid. I'd only bid 270 for it, because even at 270, you're $1.25 of book value, and then the rest is premium. So 270, 275 might be the price to pay for that contract. Let's see here. Oh no, they got Bruce. Whoops. Oh no, I killed Bruce. Wildfires have gotten him. Oh, do you see him? He's gone. Is the internet dead there? They got him. Who broke him? Bye-bye. Press F to pay respects. Way to go. All this option talk got him abducted. The shills are after him. Power outage. Thank you, man.
So I have a trivia question.
A trivia question from Auntie Jen. Okay.
Something we have going on this morning.
Okay.
Along the river is a very deep, dense fog, but it looks like a cloud. It is so dense. And it follows the meanderings of the river. Do you know what that fog is called? It's got a special name.
The fog just above a river.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
That follows it for miles. Does anybody know what that's called?
No. Anybody know what that's called? Anybody got a clue? No, I don't. No one seems to have an answer here.
It's called the cat crawl.
The cat crawl?
It's a cat crawl fog, because it looks like a cat following along the river. Oh. Maybe that's a prairie colloquialism.
John says, I call that spooky. Mallow saying, Sierra Mist.
Oh.
John says, it's called fog. Flesh infection. No idea.
It's called fog, but it's called the cat crawl fog.
The cat crawl fog.
It's like a cat crawling along the river.
Okay.
And we have it this morning. Yes.
Cheddar Sacks laughing at this one. Likes this one. No idea. You're leaving me behind on this one, folks. Okay. We're down 19 on the Dow. We're up 2 on S&P, up 11 on NASDAQ. And that's it. That's where we're at right now. SOFI 1391. GameStop 159.58, down 397. ATIP 402, up 13 cents. AMC down a quarter. Oh. Crunchy bagel. So good. Toasted, crunchy. Matterport down 3 cents. Come on back. Come on. 23andMe, 809. Trying to get this market going. Smoke on the water, says Larry. Evaporation. Davy Jones is secondhand smoke. Google didn't even know. Says it's called lake fog. There you go. Matterport might go positive here. Right on the edge. ATIP up 13. GameStop 160. We're over 160 again on GameStop. Go GameStop 160.95 now. Down 260 a share. Coming on right now. GameStop's coming on. $161.02 on GameStop. Down 253, coming on. women's fog. Nee. 161.52. Down $2 on GameStop. Coming back. The low 157.63. AMC back up again, 22-cent profit, a 22-cent gain. Matterport down 8, 23andMe down 10. They can turn at any time here. Come on, GameStop, 161.39. SOFI 13.97, coming back to 14. All three indexes are higher. Dow is up 1 point. S&P up 5, 4. NASDAQ up 19. They're all positive. $13.96 on SoFi, 161 on GameStop, 402 on ATIP, up 13 cents. AMC up 35. Matterport now down only 7 cents. ME down 11. All right. Oh, just before you went dark, you were going to mention the website. It's called Option Strat. Option Strat, STRAT.com. Option Strat. That's the one I would look up. Option Strat. Happy birthday, Jonathan. All I want, the stocks to be green. $13.99 on SOFI. $13.99. You got it. John. Bruce, I hope you're having bidding wars in your house. It usually happens when celebrities sell. I'm willing to, autograph the wall or something to the house. Bruce, Uncle Bruce was here. Yeah. I didn't want to ask you, can you kiss your camera died? Damage Jim says there are two strategies. One, buy in as low as possible and wait for it to go up, i.e. SOFI. Or two, buy high and watch it drop percentages every week and then scream for joy when it's only down 9% from the purchase. Repeat. Only down 9%. This would be awesome. Have to work. Have a great day. Nazareth, you have a great day too, buddy. $13.98 on SOFI. GameStop 161.18. Matterport just down 4 cents. Come on, Matterport. PW says, Uncle Bruce, I got up a little late this morning, so I watched you at 2 times speed. However, when the playback slows to normal speed, it gives me pause thinking I'm having a stroke as speech slows way down. All right. Larry says, Cheddar, I could be living on the streets homeless and I'd still do all my shopping at the Wegmans dumpster.
Dumpster, you stick to it.
If you got a good dumpster, you stick to it. Malo wrote a 9.3 call, not 195 call for September on GameStop for $345. I used it to get 2 shares for $159.50. I own a total now of 112 shares and brought my average to $194.85. There you go. Writing calls to buy more stock to average down. There you go. 160.46 on the stock. Okay. SPIR, is there an offer for your house, Uncle Bruce, like bagel to get 10% discount or something like that? What do you know about NFTs? Not a lot. There was a lot of talk about them a few months ago, and it's really died down, and it's gotten very quiet lately. Dow's down 20 again. Just had a little touch of positive, and then it's given it all back. Looks like Robinhood wants to go to 50. 49.29. Up 262. SOFI up 24 to 13.99. Matterport just down 2 cents now, 13.87. 23andMe still down 11 cents. Fifth Wall down 35. Vector up a penny. SPIR up a quarter. Sextra down 11. IBM down 83 cents. Home Depot up 49. So Microsoft up $1.24. Apple down 53. Tesla up 21 bucks. Okay. Matterport unchanged, 13.89. Matterport unchanged. It's back. Back to zero for Matterport. And as I speak, Matterport is down 3 cents. We're back to $13.99 on SOFI. $13.99. Lesson number 10 will be uploaded between these shows, between the first show and the second show. It'll be up on the website today. Oh, that bagel was great. Man. Beautiful. $14.04 on SOFI. Back over 14 bucks. GameStop, 161.44 down 210. Looking a little better. ATIP still at, well, now holding 3.99, unfortunately, still up a dime. AMC up 29. Matterport up 16 cents to 14.05. 23andMe still down 13. Fifth Wall down 29. Vector unchanged. SPIR up 24. CYXT down only 3 cents a share. IBM still down 89. The Dow down 33 points. So we got some improvement here and there. Can we get a little more follow through on this improvement and keep it coming on, please? Thank you. Let's do that. Matterport, 14.01 up 12 cents. All right. SOFI breaks 14. There you go. So here we know. Here we'll know if the market is broken or not and in need of a serious redo. If Robinhood reports crap earnings or just slightly bad with adjusted forecasted earnings, will it shoot up to 70 bucks a share? Then you know the market is screwed up. SOFI trying to make a run again at 14 bucks right now. Holding a 26-cent gain right now in SOFI. Matterport holding 14 as well. So Matterport, SOFI, both sitting around 14 bucks a share each right now. Dow's down 40. S&P is down 2.2. NASDAQ is down 0.63. Oil down 19 cents a barrel. That's where we're at here. At the moment. Right on, right on. Right on. Good stuff, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here, hanging out. Hello, Bruce. I have a GameStop put for August 20. Too short, open, profit loss 56.7. Should I sell it and redo the same put and take advantage of the profit 2 times? Thank you. So I got a put that expires in 2 days. Too short, open. Okay, so you're long the puts, and and redo the same put and take advantage of the profit twice. Okay. I don't know what put this is. I don't know. You know, I don't know what to say here. I don't know how to say this. We're at 160.84. Al, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know the full picture here, and I can't digest this properly. I don't know what you paid for it. I don't know what you got. I don't know where you're at. I'm lost. Your terminology is leaving me out to dry here. I don't quite know what's going on, so I can't answer this question really. Bill, drug dealer with too much money buys your digital art for $60 a million. Now it's legal money in the bank system. Artist keeps this. Okay. Anyway, Matterport, SOFI, horse race, and they're off. $13.94 in Matterport, $13.98 on SOFI. There we are, right at the moment. The strike point is 160. Thank you. So, okay, so you are long 160 puts that die in 2 days. Should I sell it and redo the same put and take advantage of the profit twice? I don't understand what that means. But let me take a look at options here for GameStop. Puts 160s. Right now they're trading at 320 to 365, I'm assuming. Obviously, if the shares go down, you will do well. Their shares have come back a bit, obviously. They were as low today at 157, so you had a better position a while ago. Do you wait? Do you wait the day out for another pullback? Could it happen? It could. And lock in a profit there. Sure. I mean, you can sell these out, take a gain, take a new position on again, or wait a while. I mean, I don't know what to. I honestly don't know what to tell you what to do. I really I'm not here to give you specific trade advice. I'm just kind of trying to understand what you're up to. It's odd how these two stocks are the same. Well, that does happen. Anyway. Hey, Zach is saying, Stock Market Bruce, I really enjoyed the afternoon whiteboard shows this week. They're very informative. I've only caught the reruns so far. Hope to see a live one today. Thank you for all you do. Yeah, we'll be doing another whiteboard show this afternoon. I'll do another one today. And if I'm up 50% on an option, call, put whatever, I'm selling and buying another. There you go. Right on, damn it, Jim. Yeah, I don't know what to... I am stumped as to what to say about that contract. I don't know what to say. Not put his money down, got real quiet. Not put his money down, I don't know what that means either. Anyway, you never got broke taking profits. I agree with that. 1403 on SOFI, Matterport 1398, and Jen says winner's cash checks. So look, if you're up on the trade and you're happy with your result, great. If you're looking for the stock to back off from 161.38 where it is now to a lower level, it might do that again. It might go back into the 150s today, giving you a bigger profit. Great. Do you roll over maybe into next week contract territory? You have to decide whether you want to do that or not. If you think the shares will go lower next week, but they're lower now, like if you sell your put shortly, in this neighborhood or a little lower here and you make a bigger profit, you might sit on the sidelines to see if the shares go higher later today and then buy a put for next week at a lower price to hopefully get a swing trade. That's, I guess, what I would recommend you're doing, I think that's what you're doing. I hope that's what you're doing, but I'm not sure what you're doing. 160, 116 on GameStop right now. 1402 on SOFI. Matterport 1395. There you are. If you can lock in a 50% profit on a contract trade every time, when you get one, you grab it. I say that's a good strategy too. You always take money off the table on a depreciating asset, which a contract is if you're long. I do, with GameStop, I really lean away from being long anything on contracts. I really lean towards being a writer and letting depreciation be your friend. But if you don't have the capital, I get it. I do understand that. I've been watching you eat bagels for 2 months now. Finally broke down and told my wife to get some bagels and cheese whiz. Her response, cheese whiz? Gross. Are you in the United States? If you're in the US, you don't want to do that, because the cheese whiz in the United States is god awful. It is not the same as up here. It's nacho sauce. You don't want to do that with a bagel down there. What you would do is you would buy your bagels and buy real cheddar cheese slices, not cheese food, real cheddar cheese slices. And then you will toast your bagel. You'll put the cheddar cheese slice on top, on each half, like one slice on each half. Nuke it so that you melt the cheese into your bagel and then eat it. That would be it. Not that I'm saying Canadian Cheese Whiz is equal to cheddar cheese, but you do not want to buy cheddar cheese whiz in the United States. That is a big mistake. You do not want to do that. It is gross down there. I like 100% better than 50% personally. Well, there's that. Send me some Canadian whiz. Uncle Bruce, how about selling covered calls? If you're up 25%, should you buy it back to secure your shares and profit, or still the 50% profit as well? Thank you, sir. Finville, this depends again on the contract and the timing and everything else. If you're writing calls against GameStop, and you're looking to bring in income, I wouldn't use a percentage rule. No, I would use more of a rule where you're watching the variation of the stock. You're watching its movement. So if you write a call contract on GameStop at say $6 a contract, and the shares take a bit of a dip, and the days go by, and the deterioration is happening on the contract anyway because of time, and then you have a down dip on the stock, and now you can score $2, $3, $3.50 on a contract, or you wrote a contract at $5 and it's trading at $1 with 4 days to go. Buy it back. Forget the last dollar for the next 5 days to go. Just get out of that trade now, because you're better off now being flat, taking your money off the table, and sitting back and waiting for your next opportunity to write a new contract that might be for the next Friday or a different strike price to bring in premium again that will shrink on you. You're constantly looking for options that are deteriorating rapidly with time. If they've already deteriorated down to $1, you're out of this. Forget about it. Those were used to be $5 contracts, and now they're $1, $1.50. Move on. If you can rewrite new contracts that are week out or week out again for $4, $6, $8, $9 that are going to go down to that $2, $3 mark on depreciation of time, on deterioration, that's where you want to be. You want to be in the sweet spot all the time, so that if every day your options are deteriorating 50 cents, 80 cents, $1 a day in shrinkage from time shrinkage, that's where you want to be. Okay. I want a U.S. versus Canadian cheese whiz competition. You don't want to go there. That's not a good time. This is the kind of content I'm here for. There you go. Real example. I sold 2 contracts of GameStop covered calls, 185 for September the 3rd for 740. Right now, I can buy them at 450. So you got 185s that are $24 out of the money ballpark. Very conservative, very good. You wrote them for 740. They're at 4.5. Obviously, the shares, if they give up a bit of ground here, you will score some more. Let me take a look here on this September 3rd, 185s. Here we go. Yeah, 475 to 540 bid ask. They're down 260 today. Beautiful. If the shares dip under 160 again into the 159, 158 level, these might drop into the 375, $4 neighborhood. That right there is a very attractive spot to perhaps do a buyback. There's nothing wrong buying them here, but you've got still upside coming your way from a time depreciation point of view. After all, we are talking about 2 weeks away, and in 2 days, this Friday's contracts disappear. There's only one more in front of you, and then yours, right? So the depreciation will accelerate. Certainly, they will reach this 2 to 250 level in the next week, just on further depreciation. But on a dip today or a dip tomorrow on the stock, intraday, with another day or two gone, will probably break these down under the 3 level or down to the low 3s, and you can consider a score there. Even a $5 up move from here will not break you. I mean, you are so out of the money on this contract, beautifully out of the money, that even if the market went to 166, 167 here on a nice shot, you are your contracts might go up $1, so they'll go back to 550, 575. You're going to make money on this contract. It's a matter now of I think stocking the stock, just keeping an eye on this market and watching to see if the Dow takes a little dip and the market has a little then you can follow the stock down a little bit, pick these back off, buy them back, sit back, shares come back up to 160, 60, 162. You might write the same September 3rd contracts, but not 85s. You might write 80s. So you scoop the 85s back at say 3 something, and then the market goes back up a little bit, and you sell the 80s for $6.50, $7, and write those. The market takes a little dip again, a day or two later, a little dip down. You buy those back from $6.50, $7 back at $3.54. You're scoring there. If you find that you don't want to write anything below 175s or 180s, you then look at September 10s. And that will be your next series. And you're looking at 180s, 175, 180s, 185s for the 10th. And you're playing the same thing. You're writing a good premium contract, $7, $8, $9 contract premium, out of the money, 2 weeks, 3 weeks away. But as the days go by and there's fluctuating movement on the stock, you're there to scoop up $2, $3, $4 a contract every time. And this is called making a living. That is what this is, I think. For a more, Uncle Bruce, you're 100% wrong with your bagel. You need 3 things: a bagel, bacon, cheddar, no more, no less, and a toaster oven. So you need 4 things: a bagel, bacon, cheddar, and a toaster, and ranch. Maybe I need 5 things. I don't. Fenville, I'm up 27% right now, so I'm just kind of wondering. I hear you. I'm rooting for the guy that sold AL his $160 puts. I'm rooting for that guy. Larry, I will admit 9 times out of 10 things the U.S. calls cheese are a crime against humanity. Got to read the label. But I love cheese food. Oh, no. Fun fact, Kraft has changed cheese food to processed cheese product. Yeah. Fenville, appreciate you always. Fenville, I do too. And I'm so proud of you. You've come such a long way over the several months that you've been watching me. You've really become smart at this. You're on it. You're paying attention, and you're watching for trade opportunities. And I'm just hoping you're scoring time after time after time, which so many of you out there can do. That can really change your life. I love it. If I can make money on shrinkage, I've been sitting on a fortune. Oh, George Costanza and shrinkage. Loaded up on more SOFI. I recommend you all stay away for a week or so. So let me build. Let me bad juju clear out. I don't know what this means. SOFI is heating up. We're at 14.10. Okay, 13.97 on Matterport. 161.92 on GameStop right now. Free thinker. I've seen imitation cheese product. Yeah, all kinds of cheese product out there. We're down 38 on the Dow, down 197 on S&P. We're up 13 on NASDAQ. Oil down to nickel. Yeah. Well, we'll see what's happening here. We got SoFi up 36 cents to 14.11. I'm glad to see the gain today, and we need more of it. 14.14. Let's keep it going. Absolutely. GameStop down 237 to 161.18. ATIP 404 up 15 cents. Good. Keep it going, please. AMC up 34 cents. Matterport up 18 to 14.08. It's starting to follow SoFi. 23andMe is down only 4 cents now to 8.21. It's trying to come back to break even. We're down 35 on Fifth Wall. Vector up a penny. SPIR is up 14 cents to 9.55. And Cyxtera down 18 cents. IBM still down $1.02. Home Depot still up $3. Microsoft up 93 cents. Apple down 96 cents. Tesla up $27. All righty. Let's see what's going on. SoFi 14.15. Let's go. ATIP is heating up as well. Let's go SoFi, ATIP, Matterport, and the best of them all, GameStop. Please, let's have a good day. Man. Larry, when we had malls, there was a shop that had real cheeses and meats from around the world. It was my third favorite shop after GameStop and the pet store. Those were the days. Those are good times. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Good times, good times. Yep. There are ways to try to make a living, folks. There are definitely ways to try to make a living. And we're at 14.20 on SoFi right now, 14.04 on Matterport, 4.03 on ATIP, GameStop 161.67 down 188. All right. ATIP over $4. Oh, small caps are starting to make moves. Boomer money's coming back to growth stocks. News out on Matterport. They are partnering with insurance companies to speed up claims. Pretty large untapped market. This is massive. This is a huge multi-billion-dollar market here. Man, if insurance companies and Matterport can team up where it becomes mandatory for you to Matterport your house to get insurance on it, huge, where the insurance company will literally license Matterport for the policyholder. Matterport will send in a professional with the camera to do the whole Matterporting of the house. That is sent to the insurance company then for assessment for the insurance policy. Man, this would be huge, massive. I mean, millions and millions and millions and millions of policies in apartment buildings for apartment insurance, just, your personal goods. Yeah, this is big. What about car insurance? What about you have a 5-year-old car and you want to buy insurance on your car? You get the car Matterported from the outside and the inside. Think about that. An insurance company will insure the condition of the car. Might have to be done annually. I tell you, there's a huge potential. I'm glad SoFi and Matterport are going up, but I'm prepared for them to not get back down. Hope not, though. Dynamite. Verizon and Matterport integration speeds up sketching process for insurance claims. Yep. Wow. I didn't think about that with MTR insurance companies. The insurance company can save a lot of money in fraud. Yes. Brand new homes. You move into your new house. You need insurance. You have to have home insurance. When you take possession of your new home or you buy an existing house, you get it Matterported when you buy it. And that shows the insurance company the condition of the house when you bought the house. Yeah. Including the basement for flooding and all that stuff. Absolutely. This is huge. The Matterport potential is limitless. Also in commercial insurance. Right. For retail stores. Once a year, you get your retail store Matterported with all the inventory in there. You get a landlord looking to lease a store to a client during the transition from one to, you get it Matterported for insurance purposes. There's so much potential here. It's incredible. Anyway, we've been trying to contact you about your car's Matterporting, by the way. SoFi 14.25. Go. SoFi currently winning the horse race with this company. 14.04 for Matterport, 14.23 for SoFi. Let's run this puppy. 4.03 on ATIP. Let's have it go up $10 and it can be in the race too. That'd be fine by me. ME go up $6. It's in the race. That would be fine. Fifth Wall only has to go up a couple of bucks to be in the race. Vector go up $4, we're in the race. SPIR go up $4.50 and you're in the race. Yeah, I mean, $4 or $5 on CYXT, we're in the race. Here we go. We're all in the race. Why not? Why not? I like it. ME 23 meat 825 unchanged. It has come back to the break-even line. Another one. They're slowly improving for us, even though the market is down 38 on the Dow. Matterport at 14, SOFI 1423, ATIP 403. Oh, come on, you guys, go! GameStop 160.29. Those 185 calls are dropping again. I bet you they're dropping in value for September the what was that, the 3rd or something like that, if I recall. There we are. Those 185s. I bet you they are dropping. So yeah, cool. There you have it. Little pullback. You never know. Neat. I bought SOFI last 2 days. Says drops Family Garden right on. Cheddar Stacks, the chart. It's what it's all about. The chart. Thank you for being here today, everybody. I appreciate you being around. 379 thumbs ups for the show today. Thank you for those 379 thumbs ups. Hopefully there's 21 more out there that can get me over 400. That would be great. 1427 on your SOFI. You're up 52 cents on SOFI, kids. 1434. Now you're up 60 cents on SOFI. That right there is reason for a thumbs up right there. 60-cent gain on SOFI. That deserves a thumbs up, I would think. I'm working hard to get this thing up here. GameStop down $3. ATIP at 403, Matterport 1398. They're killing me. Come on, you guys. 397 on the thumbs up. Thank you anyway. Please hit that button. Get us over. There it is. 403 thumbs ups now. Thank you, one and all. That is beautiful. Appreciate it. Very mucho. Yes. This is our market today. We are better than yesterday's bloodbath. For sure, especially on the big market. And we're getting a little better performance, but still, mixed on some of our former SPACs here. But, we're following all of them here. We're at 1398 on Matterport. We're at 403 on ATIP. We're at 1438 on SOFI, up 64. Getting better all the time. Thank you. Come on. Yes, 1438 up 63 cents on SOFI shares. Much better here. Much better. Matterport back to 1403. Go figure. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think my PC's on the fritz. It says SOFI is going up to 1424, 1430. Oh, yeah. Noto bought 7,000 shares this morning. It's alive. Straight up. Keep buying. Thumbs ups. You should have had your house Matterported before you sold it. No, not in the condition it's in. Boxes everywhere. It is not. We got to clean it out. We have to clean the house out and then Matterport it because it is not worthy of a look-see right now. Go SOFI. SOFI needs to go up $5 so I can feel better about my life choices. My 1450 put on SOFI is green again. I may not get exercised on Friday if this holds. Yeah, there you have it. That's the thing. This is much better. SOFI is definitely moving in the right direction. SOFI 1434. SPIR, if SOFI goes to 15 and GameStop stays there, I can take my GameStop money back. I've already made stronger through the Cardinal weekend. Patience is good. My girlfriend told me she didn't like cheese because of the cheese she had from McDonald's. I made her have a chicken sandwich with real cheese, and she was amazed. Funny how good something is when it's not plastic. Yes, that is correct. Austin is saying McDonald's sounds so good right now. Are you worried about the economy of Creston collapsing when you stop visiting the bagel store? I tell you, I've been trying to visit the bagel store to get bagels, and only once every 4 times can I get any. So it's not like they're missing anything. They're not getting the business now. They don't have them. We have shortages of bagels around here all the time. So what can I tell you? 1405 on Matterport, 1430 on SOFI, going higher. Creston will have to make do. But if the border opens up, the business will pick up around here. Well, actually, I should say the border is picking up. We have Americans coming through now because Americans can come in. Canadians cannot get out, but Americans can come in at the moment. Anyway, there you go. Uncle Bruce, you can Matterport it now and then just Photoshop out all the boxes. No, not going to do that. No. We've listed the house with a bunch of photos that we took years ago when it was empty after it was redone, and we're using that as our listing. So it's going all right. ME is back even, 821 right now. I think I have 3 to 4 packages of bagels in the freezer, laughing out loud. My boss is from France and ate the Kraft single with a plastic still on. After he took it off and tried it again, he said he couldn't tell the difference. Yo, crap. Oh, my gosh. 1429 on SOFI. Man, oh, man. Couldn't tell the difference. Let's see. Okay, Bruce, I've drawn the circle and I have the chicken ready. You just let me know when. I have no idea what this means. I do not understand this comment. Matterport 13.99, AMC up 46 cents to 37.62. The Dow, where are we at with the Dow now? We're down 42. The S&P down 4. Nasdaq up 3. That's where we are right now. This afternoon, I will be in front of the whiteboard. So if you have options questions for me that you want me to kind of work out on the whiteboard, we'll do that together today. Join me at 3 o'clock Eastern time for that. Let's see. Wait, catch me up. Why are Bruce and Jen going on the run? Joe wants to know. We're not on the run. We're gonna be traveling a little bit. That's the plan here, and we'll take you with us. You coming with us? Travel with Bruce on my other channel and this channel. You coming with us? That's how they make the houses look so beautiful. Then you visit. Then after years, they look completely different. Let's see. Uncle Bruce Davies talking about sacrificing a chicken to get the stock price to go higher. Jeez. Uncle Bruce, which stock, if any, do you believe will beat inflation and grow for the next 25 years and beyond? I'm not going to answer that stupid question. Beat inflation for the next 25 years. Jeez, free thinker. Jeez, give me a break, man. I'm tired. I'm just tired of these silly questions.
I think he's making a point.
Maybe he's making a point. By the way, I wish you all a good break and a good day. If you bought the right ones, there's nothing to matter. Oh, okay. Oh man. 1403 on Matterport, 1429 on SOFI. That's the race right now. SOFI's winning the race. That's it. That's it for the moment. 160.90 on GameStop. There you go. Uncle Bruce, what stock's going to double next week, Bruce? Can you tell me, please? Davey dropped Family Garden at Davey. I raise chickens.
He's got the chicken.
Oh. My. I'm still picking sesame seeds out of my teeth. And they're tasty. Roasted. Free thinker, Warren Buffett has said many times that one should only invest in the company you see growing for decades. Not sure it was a stupid question, Bruce. Well, buy Apple, buy Microsoft, buy Cisco, Goldman Sachs, Intel, I think, long term. There you go. There you have. There's an answer for you. I mean, our stock and SPACs, all good for the future for sure. Right on. Maybe not one should, but that I don't know what this means either. Uncle Bruce, can you just grow a massive beard and move into the mountains and become a mountain man? I think your video channels will skyrocket if I did that. I did the Tom Hanks castaway look, it would be great. And IBM, that's right. And then by SOFI and by GameStop and ATIP and by Matterport and 23andMe and Fifth Wall Acquisition and by Vector and SPIR and Cyxtera. All of those will all outdo inflation. By Vanek Vectors, by Home Depot. In other words, every stock I recommend, every one that I like, buy all those, every single one of them, and you'll do just fine. Buy $1 million of each one. $1 million of each one, and you will be very wealthy. Oh, well, you're probably wealthy now, but you'll be even wealthier going forward. I don't want to get my heart broken for decades, laughing out loud. Drops, there's more than one kind of wealth. If an economy crashes, I'll trade one chicken for an SUV or a boat. Yacht will get you 3 chickens, laughing out loud. I was thinking Robert Redford, not Tom Hanks, though. Robert Redford is, 85 now? Or 86? I mean, what era are you talking about here? Are you talking Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid era from the 70s? I'm not sure what you mean by that. 1428 in SoFi, 1398 on Matterport right now. Oh, man. Uncle Bruce, you're going to need a couple dozen markers for this afternoon, laughing out loud. You're going to need a couple dozen markers. We're going to be doing option trading strategies today. What's that?
Lids will be flying.
Lids will be flying. The lids from the markers will be flying all over the living room floor. Yes, we'll be in front of the whiteboard this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. If you don't know what that means, check out the last couple of days for my afternoon show, where I pull out the magic marker and we start going in option trades and we talk about how much money can be made and what's going on. There you go. I think about it. To buy ING, the bank company, 6 stocks until the dividend comes, and I think about Kraft Heinz, 2 stocks probably. What do you think? What do you all think? Waste of money or a safe try? 6 stock until the dividend. So you want to buy stocks for the dividends and then sell the stock after you get the dividend. I don't know if you're going to make any money doing that. Yes, Butch Cassidy, but even at 100, he looks better than Tom Hanks. After the question, I leave for sure. Bagel Gang makes me so too much addicted. Yeah, whiteboard is my favorite part, says Drops Family Garden. I like that when you're in front of the whiteboard. You're going to love those classes I've been doing. They're all in front of the whiteboard. Thank you, everybody, for all your support. We are now at 14.24, up 49 cents on SoFi. Matterport at 13.99, up a dime. 23andMe is just under the break-even line, down 6 cents. We're up 14 cents on ATIP, 403. So that's better today. GameStop's sitting at 160.50, down 305 today. The Dow is down 63 again. It's backing off, and S&P is down 6, NASDAQ down 7. So all 3 indexes are now negative. They were all positive earlier. They've all gone negative. They've been mixed all day. It's crazy. It's just crazy. A nose ring would also punk up the show. Hey,
You really cared.
if you cared, for Farlamus, if I bought $1 million in Apple, Intel, or Microsoft, I guarantee those stocks would crash by at least $100 a share. There you go. SPIR, yeah, I enjoy it too. Feels like school. John, try ARCC dividends soon, but with a much better teacher. Oh, thank you for that. Are we inviting the troll back for the whiteboard session today? We'll find out. Okay, I'll watch them. Thanks for the mention of the stock. You got it. There you go. Davey, I made the candles for my circle myself from melted crayons. Oh, how nice. Oh, how sweet. Okay. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Yeah, keep an eye on the website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Later today, we'll have lesson number 10 up there for your viewing pleasure. How Uncle Bruce picks his favorite stocks. You keep asking me all the time how you do it. We did a class on it. I think you'll like it. We show all kinds of different stuff in there. Thank you, everybody, for being with me today. Appreciate it so much. It's nice to have you here. It's nice to be nice to the nice, as we like to say. And thank you for your support of this channel. A bunch of you renewed your membership yesterday because yesterday was the 16th of the month, which is the anniversary of the first day I ever offered memberships of this channel, March 16th. So some of you now have been members for April, May, June, July, August. That's 5 months that you've been members of this channel. Some of you guys, I love that. And then a bunch of newbies here. Beautiful. Love this. And well, that's exciting. Thank you, everybody. Right. I know you need to hold stock for a minimum number of days for dividend payout, right? You need to be a record holder. You need to be a shareholder of record on the record date. So you better figure out what the record date is. Get into the stock a couple of days before the record date, because it takes 2 days to settle. So you might want to be 3 or 4 days before the record date. Hold it through the record date, and then you can sell it after that, and you'll get the dividend. Apparently, that's how it should work. Zach, I look into Reddit, our dividends too. Lots of good info there. Taxes you often have to pay on dividends outweigh the quick buy and sell. My marine friends love crayons, so you shouldn't be melting them like that. Those markers smell great, Bruce. Good party. These markers have no smell. Yeah, for sure. Already gained sometimes Coca-Cola dividends, and I have experience with stocking or staking. March 16th is my birthday, laughing out loud. Right on. Thank you all. Love the community. Thank you, everybody. All of these SPACs here, which will be the first to hit 100 billion in market cap? Just a pie in the sky question. I know, but it's fun to prognosticate. We will not hold you to the fire on your answer. What do you guys think? Which one of these SPACs that I've been recommending will become a $100 billion market cap company first? What do you think? I think the most valuable now is SOFI, isn't it? I think SOFI is the most valuable right now. It's worth 11.3 billion right now market cap. ATIP 800 million market cap. That's got a ways to go, doesn't it? Matterport 3.39 billion. 23andMe at 3.3 billion right now. Fifth Wall is 527 million. Hasn't done their deal yet. Vector hasn't done their deal. They're still at 400 million. SPIR is now no, we're not showing a market cap yet. That has to be worked out yet. So I don't know. Sextera is 1.4 billion. I'm thinking right now the leader by far is SOFI, all by itself. By the way, we're at 1421 on SOFI, 1404 on Matterport. So that's where we're at right now. So that's what that $10 is for. I got so many things coming out every month. Now I've lost track. You know what? I've been watching this channel since late March. Thank you so much for being here. Thumbs up, guys and girls. Bruce is the real deal. Thank you so much, Beach Boy. I appreciate that. We have thumbs ups now, 425 thumbs ups, and we're getting ready to say goodbye. Hopefully we'll hit 500 real soon here. That would be terrific. Thank you, guys. Let's see, Matterport or SOFI. SOFI or Matterport, or second or third place, Smart Rent, I believe. Matterport's going to be bought out within a year, so I think SOFI is the winner. Robert, I'm off. Great show. Have a beautiful afternoon. Thank you, Robert. Have a beautiful day, you all. Thank you. Frankie, so I'm asking for a friend. What is a market cap? It's the value of a public company. You take the share price, multiply by how many shares exist. That's the market capitalization of a public company. So if they have 1 million shares outstanding and they traded $1 a share, that's $1 million market cap. If they have 10 million shares outstanding and they traded $1 a share, it's a $10 million market cap. It's all simple. Market price of the stock multiplied by how many shares exist. And that's your market cap. Apple, to give you an idea of what a market cap can go up to, Apple at 148.57 is a market cap of $2,456,000,000. $2.4 trillion market cap for Apple, just to give you an idea. Tesla's market cap, $683 billion. IBM's market cap, $127 billion. Home Depot's market cap, $343 billion. GameStop's market cap, $11.95 billion. Let's round it up to $12 billion market cap for GameStop. AMC's market cap, $19.2 billion. Multiply the number of shares outstanding by the price per share. Okay. Thumbs ups for Bruce. Kev Lane, economy has to crash first before the chickens get offered. 23andMe will win Richard Branson's PR machine. I don't know what that means. Let's see. SOFI and AMC are a close second. Thanks, Uncle B. You got it. CYXT is a data center. Amazon kills it each quarter. Earnings think is SOFI 3. I would say Matterport. That's your guess. Laugh out loud. Good to know my options. No pun intended. Laughing out loud. There you go. 1423 on SOFI, 1406 on Matterport. The race continues. GameStop is at 150. GameStop is at 150, and you believe it'll hit 1,000 on fundamentals. SOFI is at 1420 right now. Do you see SOFI passing 92? If not, GameStop is still the winner on total value. I see. Well, GameStop is 160 right now, and we think it's going to 1,000. SOFI is at 1420, and we're hearing whisper. We've heard whisper numbers of hundreds of dollars a share on SOFI. Whisper numbers, but we're also talking a couple of years out. So yeah, there you go. But we shall see. I'm just looking at SOFI to get the 25 to 30 range. That's kind of what I'm looking for on SOFI. Anyway, time will tell. We'll know sooner or later. Folks, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate this morning crowd of yours. I'll be in front of the whiteboard, which is just over there, this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. So give me your option questions this afternoon, and we'll get the whiteboard fired up and try to answer your options questions and do the best we can there. Check out the lessons if you get a chance between the first show and the second show, especially the one I did just this past Saturday about the butterfly spreads. We did a bunch of examples there. That was a lot of fun. Might give you some interesting ideas for option trading. 1427 on SOFI, 1406 on Matterport. Matterport is up 17 cents. SOFI is up 52. Having a good day. They're having a good day. We're up 16 on ATIP at 405 now. Thank you very much. GameStop holding 160.91. 160.91 down 264 on GameStop today. All right, there it is. I'll see you at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Thanks for joining me in the meantime, and you guys take care of yourselves. Catch up with us, and let's see what's going on. Beach Boy, you got it. We'll see you there, and have a good one, everybody. Get a bite to eat, get a rest, and let's have some fun at the end of the day, okay? Very good. 1409 on Matterport, 1427 on SOFI. Go, baby, go. All right. See you later. Bye.